Guaranteed to blow your head apart. Rush on shore, don't get your money's worth. Radio show, it happened all right. You gotta see the show. It's a rock and roll. You gotta see the show. It's rock and roll.
Welcome to Touhyville for the 4th day of March 2026. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to the amusement park for your mind, the carnival for your cranium, the holiday for your head. I would be your host, Steve Touhy. Joining me for all the fun, nobody today, just you guys hanging out. Flying solo this morning. It's the only week, or the only day this week that I will be flying solo. A lot of junk over here. It's my breakfast bananas over there. Yes, flying solo this morning. Last couple days I've had my buddy Tony Carr in. Tomorrow my friend Dave Becker will be in here with me. Excited about that. He's actually going to be here in studio, sitting in Cheryl's chair. So that's exciting. And then Friday, Cheryl will be back. Back to having fun here in the studio. And we'll get to hear all about her trip to Washington, D.C. I literally just got off the phone with her about 10 minutes ago. She's getting ready for her day 2 on the Hill. Yesterday, there was a big national state leadership conference, a leadership conference, with all kinds of speakers, and they gave away National Association of Broadcasters Crystal Awards for community service. Just a ton of stuff. Just a ton of things going on there. There were senators and representatives that were speaking there on behalf of radio. And then there was a big to-do last night at the Library of Congress. I don't know. We haven't talked a lot. She's there in a giant whirlwind of just excitement and learning and talking to people. Yesterday, she met with a couple of different senators and some representatives as well on the Hill, as they say. So she did that yesterday, and then went to this big reception at the Library of Congress. She sent me, well, she didn't send me video. She video chatted with me. I'm not an Apple guy. So we had to hop on Facebook video in order to do that because I don't, what's the Apple thing? The FaceTime. I don't do the FaceTime. So, because they don't have that on Android, as far as I know. I haven't looked in a long time, but I think that's just an Apple thing. So anyway, so she's excited. She's got all kinds of stories to come back with. If you tuned in yesterday, I was talking with Tony about how excited she was about the bathroom and how excited she was about her hotel. So apparently she got to the hotel and impressed the person at the front desk and got upgraded. So she's got this giant shower that also has a bathtub inside the shower stall thing. I'm probably not describing it well, but she showed me, video of it, and it was just incredible. So she was all excited about her shower this morning. So nonetheless, I'm excited to be hanging out with you guys here in Touhyville. Thank you guys so much for getting up and doing your thing with me this morning. We got so many things that we're going to dive into, but today is Benjamin Harrison Day. Okay. I know he was an inventor, I believe, grandson of William Henry Harrison, the 9th president of the United States. Benjamin Harrison followed in the family footsteps, served as the nation's 23rd president. Okay. I knew it was a politician, but I thought it was also an inventor. So not sure why today is his day. So they say we celebrate him today on March 4th, the date in which Harrison and all presidents, the day takes place on March 4th, the date on which Harrison and all presidents were inaugurated until 1937. Now I get it. Okay. So this used to be Inauguration Day. All right. Well, then what are we so into him for? It's also, if I would have looked, today's also Old Inauguration Day. Okay. Courageous Follower Day. Discover what your name means. Okay, maybe. Holy Experiment Day. That's what Robin says to Batman when Batman does an experiment. Holy experiment, Batman. Hug a GI Day. International GM's Day. So today, thank your general manager, I suppose. Right? It's got to be what GM is for. No, it's not for general managers. Glad I looked. It's for game masters. So thank you, game masters. All right. Scrapbooking Industry Day, March 4th. Go forward. Also, today's March 4th. You get it? March 4th? Yes? Okay. Marching Music Day, Dance the Waltz Day, National Pound Cake Day. Okay. Ed says, I thought GM was Girly Men Day. It could be. It could be, Ed. National Snack Day. I'm a fan. I should show you guys all the snacks that we have in here. With Cheryl being diabetic, she never knows what she's going to be in the mood for. I don't know if it has anything to do with diabetes or it's just being Cheryl. Cheryl never knows what kind of breakfast she's going to be in the mood for. So, but also some days we have long days here at the station, so she's got snacks in case she needs for blood sugar and stuff. But she could be in the mood for toast or bagel in the morning, like a breakfast thing. She might bring in a microwavable breakfast thing, like a sandwich or egg bites or something like that. But then she also has soup. She has like ramen noodle soup in here. Here, for those watching on video, you guys get a little treat. I'm gonna show you the snack area. Hopefully without breaking everything in here. It's just something being silly here. Let's see if you guys can see. That's our little snack area. So, and then she also has a whole bunch of snacks over there too in her area. So I'm sure she'll be excited to know that I shared that with everybody. Hopefully I didn't break my camera or anything there, trying to do all that. Let's see if we can get that back into some sort of a real idea. Okay. Hi, I'm back. That's the kind of show it's going to be today, guys. I don't know what's going to happen. I've done shows myself from time to time over the years. For a little while there, I did a show by myself in the afternoon. I did an afternoon talk show in Ottawa. But when you're talking to yourself in a room, when you're just a weirdo talking to a piece of metal, you never know exactly where your brain's going to take you. I've got a bunch of stories that we'll dive into this morning here on National Sons Day. That's me. I'm a son. Stop Bad Service Day. I like that. Toy Soldier Day and World Obesity Day. The other thing that I realized yesterday was we started a new month this week, but with having Tony in, I kind of forgot to jump in and talk about all the things that we're celebrating this month. So let's do that. All right, here we go. It is Adopt a Rescued Guinea Pig Month, Alport Syndrome Awareness Month, American Red Cross Month, Bleeding Disorders Awareness Month, Brain Injury Awareness Month, Clap for Health Month, Credit Education Month, Dolphin Awareness Month. Be aware there's dolphins out there. Employee Spirit Month. All right, I like that. Gardening, Nature, and Ecology Books Month, Ideas Month. It's good to have them. Mirth Month, Rescue Cat Awareness Month, Irish American Heritage Month, March Frozen Food Month. Is that where you march it? Because if it's March, it's already March. So, Mental Retardation Awareness Month, Music in Our Schools Month, National Athletic Training Month, National Breast Implant Awareness Month. Be aware. Those are out there too. Caffeine Awareness Month. Be aware. There's caffeine. It's in my cup. Cerebral Palsy Awareness Month. Cheerleading Safety Month. Clean Up Your IRS Act Month. Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. Craft Month. Crochet Month. Deli Meat Month. Big fan of the deli meat. Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. Endometriosis Awareness Month. Flower Month, as in like the white flour for baking, not as in daisies and stuff. Kidney Awareness Month. MS Education and Awareness Month. Noodle Month. Nutrition Month. Peanut Month. Professional Social Work Month. Reuben Month. I like Reubens, but I usually ask for the sauerkraut to be removed. Sauce Month. Umbrella Month. Optimism Month. That's me. I am an optimist for sure. Pause to Read Month. PAWS. So it's got to have something to do with dogs. Or, I suppose, animals. Play the Recorder Month. Poison Prevention Awareness Month. Preschool Education Month. Save the Vakita Month. Save Your Vision Month. Small Press Month. Trisomy Awareness Month. Women's History Month. Workplace Eye Wellness Month. Worldwide Homeschooling Awareness Month. Youth Art Month. And, of course, we are in the process of Lent right now. That doesn't take the whole month. But there you go. That's all the things that we are celebrating this morning and all month long here in Touhyville. So enjoy all those things, I suppose. Thank you guys so much for getting up early with me, hanging out, having fun here in Touhyville. I appreciate it. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll take care of our poll question from yesterday, dive into a new one. Today's poll question, you're going to help us start getting ready for our own March Madness kind of thing. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. So nobody go anywhere. Good morning. Thanks for hanging in Touhyville.
Jasper County REMC is a not-for-profit electric and internet cooperative that follows 7 established cooperative principles in which they put their values into practice. One of those principles is cooperation among cooperatives. Cooperatives serve their members most effectively and strengthen the cooperative movement by working together through local, national, regional, and international structures. For more information on Jasper County REMC, visit them online at jasperremc.com. Jasper County REMC, powering member-driven innovation.
All right, honey, I'm heading out for my morning walk. Hey, neighbor, front yard is looking great.
Yeah, we picked up some beautiful plants from Clark's.
Oh, there's Scott. Hey, your landscaping looks incredible.
Yep, quick trip to Clark's for some rocks and mulch. It was super easy with their help.
All right, see you guys later. Honey, I'm back from my walk.
Great. Hey, I was thinking we should really do something with our front yard.
You know, we should go to Clark's Garden and Floral Center. They have everything from plants to rocks and mulch to outdoor decorations.
Great idea. Did you come up with that on your own?
Of course.
Clark's Garden and Floral Center on Route 231 in Remington. Visit online at clarksgardenandfloral.com and like them on Facebook.
Rensselaer Iron and Metal is the picture of going green. Recycling metals is what they do. Keeping the metal business right here in the good old USA is what they're all about. Giving top dollar for your scrap iron not only helps keep your community clean, but it keeps our jobs and steel industry going strong. Remember, when you take your scrap to Rensselaer Iron and Metal, you're supporting your own economy. Rensselaer Iron and Metal, where your trash turns into cash.
You think Bozeman Oil is just about oil? Well, think again. For over 65 years, they've delivered gasoline, diesel, lubricants, tank setups, and more. From farms to fleets and everything in between, Bozeman Oil offers dependable delivery and honest, old-school service. Located in DeMont and proud to serve this region since 1960. Family-owned, community-focused, and always just a phone call away. Visit BozemanOil.com or call 219-345-3412 or stop by and visit on Route 10 today. Bozeman Oil, so much more than just oil.
Boost your team's productivity and morale with this workplace tip from Cintas. A well-maintained uniform helps your team look and feel more professional. Don't leave their appearance to chance. Let Cintas handle your team's uniforms. With their Apparel Plus program, Cintas picks up, launders, and delivers fresh work apparel back to you, so your employees focus on doing their jobs, not their laundry. Learn more about Apparel Plus at Cintas.com.
Jackson Hewitt knows taxes are complicated, and with multiple jobs and tax forms, they're like Sonata complicated. Our no surprise pricing keeps things simple. Jackson Hewitt does your taxes for only $149 or less. And since we know all the new tax codes, you could get thousands back. So what are you waiting for? Hurry. File with Jackson Hewitt today for only $149 or less, guaranteed. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/Mike.
You ready to rock? Rock me!
The Q, 97.7 FM WLQI. Touhyville. Now with 2 Touhies and no waiting.
Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is?
Today is Wednesday.
Wait, is today Wednesday?
Today is such a great day.
This is really great today.
What's so great about it?
What's so great about it?
What's so great about it?
That much closer to the weekend.
That's what's so great about it.
Well, better get back to work.
We work hard. We play hard.
Work hard, we play hard.
Yes, they work hard and they play hard.
It's showtime, baby.
Welcome to Touhyville. Steve Touhy with you here, flying solo on a Wednesday morning. For those that haven't been tuning in this week, Cheryl is off in Washington, D.C. Exciting stuff there. She'll fill us in with all kinds of stories about that when she gets back on the air with us on Friday. Today's my only day flying solo. I have my buddy Dave coming in on Thursday, tomorrow. He's going to be in with us having fun. Dave and I did a talk show together years ago in Kankakee, Illinois. So that'll be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that. And then Friday, Cheryl's back. Tell us all about her trip. Ed says I talk to myself all the time alone. So see, at least I'm not by myself. I've got you guys here. We're all here hanging out. You guys can jump on the video and chit chat with me if you want. Be a part of the program. You can do so on Facebook, on the Q98 Gold and Touhyville Facebook pages, as well as on our YouTube page and on Twitch. So, all right. We're powered up each and every morning by Jasper County REMC. Visit jasperremc.com. Click on Connect to find out about rural internet, how they can help you out with that. Also, got to mention our friends over at the Jasper County Fair Association. So much fun stuff going on at the Jasper County Fair Association. We got bingo coming up in like 10 days. Then you've got the yard sale, the indoor yard sales going on at the Jasper County Fair Association at the Jasper County Fairgrounds. So bingo is March 15th, so 11 days. March 15th. Doors open at 1. Bingo starts at 2. Baked potato pre-sale tickets are $30. You must be 18 to play. If you want to find out about pre-sale, you can stop by Brown's Garden Center, as well as contacting some of the folks on their Facebook page. You'll see pre-sale contacts there you can always call our friend Janet or Sandy or Suzanne, and they'll get you set up with tickets, or you could just stop by Brown's Garden Floral Center in Rensselaer. But pre-sale $30, tickets at the door $35. Bingo on March 15th, and then you got the yard sale the 20th through the 22nd, and then you've got the Dandelion Spring Craft Show coming up. It's a month from yesterday, so April 3rd and 4th. It's going to be here before you know it. If you want a booth, if you're a crafter, contact Judy, 219-964-5683. So lots of fun stuff. Jasper County Fair is not just the Jasper County Fair. So it's the fairgrounds have stuff going on all the time. And I would suggest following them on Facebook so you can find out more. Speaking of following along on Facebook, let's go take a look at our poll question from yesterday. We did a little chit-chatting with you guys about the poll question. It was just one of those silly radio poll questions. So it was kind of going viral last week. A poll went viral and said, you get $10 million today, but you take 10 years off of your lifespan. Do you take the money? 23% said yes. 77% said no. Tony, who was doing the show with me yesterday, had a good point. Not that he wants to cut his life shorter, but at least it would make his next generation and maybe the next two generations a little more comfortable. Ron says lifespan or life expectancy. I don't know, Ron. I it's a silly radio question. I don't know. It said lifespan on the thing. So Piper says if I was 34 years younger, yes. And James says, and gift it to my kids. Yeah, see, there you go. That's the only thing that I would think make it worthwhile is that that next generation would be taken care of, would be okay. So, all right, moving on to today's poll question. I expect this to be a lot of fun. So every year, I would say for at least 15 years, on whatever radio show I've been on, I'm not really that into March Madness. It's fine. I'll watch a few games here and there. Now being in this area, I get excited, when Purdue is in it, or IU, being from Illinois, like when Northwestern is in it, or Loyola's doing something, like it's neat or interesting. When I was younger, we used to watch a lot of Duke because my dad went to high school with Coach Krzyzewski. I'm sure I'm butchering that name, but Coach K. So he went to high school with him. So, we'd pay attention to Duke a little bit. But I was just never really that into college basketball. I'd watch a game here and there, and I still will. But that said, I like to come up with my own tournament that we can all be a part of. And you guys get to vote on it. And we're going to do a whole thing this year where we're going to tie in the folks over at the Good Samaritan Food Pantry, because this year we're doing cereal madness, as in like Tricks and Lucky Charms and cereal, breakfast cereal. So what I need you guys to do is help us to create the brackets, okay? So our poll question today is asking you, what are your favorite cereals? Now, we're going to get a ton, okay? So when you go to comment on the poll question with your favorite cereals, if you see yours already mentioned, you can still comment if you like, but hit the like button so that on that comment, because if we see, let's say, like Ed just started with Grape Nuts, Cookie Crisp, Life, and Rice Krispies. So if you like that, we know those cereals, if it gets like 10 likes, we know they should be a little higher in the bracket. We know that it should make the bracket because more of you like those cereals. So, which, I mean, we'll go through all the comments too to add them in, and some, will just be our own taste, things that we like. I love sugary cereals. I just love I could go down the cereal aisle and it would take me forever to choose. And sometimes I don't even eat cereal. I only eat it once in a while on the weekends now. I keep saying I'm going to bring cereal, a bowl, spoon, and some milk here to the radio station so that can be my breakfast instead of just a banana every morning. Because I love cereal. my mom knew it was like a treat. Like, some kids would go to the grocery store and you'd have to keep the youngster away from the toy aisle. I don't know if the grocery stores have toy aisles anymore. When I was growing up, there was always a toy aisle. Then they were terrible, crappy toys. Like, they weren't great. And once you had them, you had it. Like, for boys, they had like Army Men, where they might have a couple of Matchbox cars. But of course, you were a kid. You wanted toys always. Not me. I mean, I always wanted toys. But take me to the cereal aisle. Let me pick out my favorite cereal. I couldn't believe it when I would have a sleepover at somebody's house and they didn't have real cereal there. Like, it was just, they just had Cheerios. And I'm like, oh, can we put sugar on it? No, why? That's what we have here. Oh, okay. Mom, I don't want to stay over at Chris's house anymore. That's not fun. Yeah, we always had the good sugary cereals. And my mom could leave me in that aisle and tell me, okay, you can pick one. Because there was no reason to have multiple. You open one, you eat one. And that's what I do now. But I just can't pick. Now I really just go based on what's on sale at Strachan Van Til. Because they always have some kind of good sugary cereal going on. So if I get low, or if I see it on sale and I can't avoid it, like I haven't bought one in a while because I'm like, you know what? They're starting to pile up. Because it's like Cheryl with her shoes. She's got a ton of them. I can't have that many cereals in the house. Shoes don't go bad. Cereal does. So, all right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Go ahead and start hopping on and telling us your favorite cereals. We'll come back. We'll get into what's happening. And then we got plenty of stories to dive into this morning. Thanks for hanging out in Touhyville with me, Flying Solo.
Weather sponsored by Rensselaer Care Center, recently named by Newsweek one of America's best nursing homes.
Today, 30% chance of showers throughout most of the afternoon. Cloudy skies expected as well with a high of 46. Tonight, chance of showers before midnight, then expect rain throughout the evening with a low of 45, maybe even some patchy fog thrown in. Thursday, showers, possibly a thunderstorm throughout most of the day, patchy fog before noon, and a high of 57. Thursday night, 20% chance of showers late, otherwise patchy fog, and a low of 47. Friday, expect some showers on and off throughout the day as well, but a high up to 73.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
Did you know that Jasper County REMC offers scholarships for local students along with fun and educational opportunities throughout the year? Whether it's learning about how state government runs and how bills become laws, to fun and educational camps along with life-changing educational adventures. To find out more about the opportunities Jasper County REMC provides for local students, visit jasperremc.com and click on the Community tab and then select Student Opportunities.
Tired of muddy paws, smelly fur, and a bathroom that looks like a dog wash explosion? Bring your best friend to Baz's 5-Star Pet Wash in Rensselaer. It's self-service, open 24/7, and made to fit your schedule. No appointments needed. For $8, you get 12 minutes with shampoo and a pet blow dryer. And if your pup needs a little extra time, just add more, just like a car wash. Plenty of parking, no mess at home, and a clean, happy pet every time. Located right next to Baz's Roller Rink on 231 in Rensselaer. Don't forget, they have open skate on Friday and Saturday nights. Be sure to check Baz's Roller Rink Facebook to find out more. Baz's 5-Star Pet Wash, because every pet deserves the 5-star treatment.
When life takes you places and you can't get to the store, shop online with the new Strachan Van Til to Go. It's easy to use. Register using your rewards account login and password. Fill your virtual shopping cart. Choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save money with your online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple. Food made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Glotzba Pharmacy is your neighborhood pharmacist. At Glotzba, Angie and her team go above and beyond and are there to answer all of your questions with knowledge and care to keep your family at their healthiest or to help your family get nursed back to health. Glotzba Pharmacy is about more than just medication refills. They carry beautiful gift items and collectibles, including candles, balloons, toys, and greeting cards. Check out Glatspa's wide variety of CBD and daily vitamin supplements. Need your annual flu or COVID vaccine to stay healthy this season? Call for your appointment today. Visit Glatspa Pharmacy at 500 South Brand Street in Fowler or visit online at GlatspaPharmacy.com. Glatspa Pharmacy, their family caring for yours.
The extra step. They say that makes all the difference. The extra step. It's the difference between wanting and having. You want a Harley-Davidson motorcycle. Kirstings wants you to have a Harley-Davidson motorcycle. All you have to do is take the next step and walk through their front door. Get ready for the spring riding season because Kirstings Harley-Davidson has just the bike you've been looking for. They're stocked with every type of Harley-Davidson motorcycle you've ever dreamed of riding, and now is your chance to put them to the test. This is the time of year that puts an extra spring in everyone's step. So what are you waiting for? Take your extra step and get on a Harley-Davidson motorcycle today. Kirstings Harley-Davidson Cycle Center, 4 miles south of North Judson on Highway 39. Call 574-896-2974. Visit Kirstings online at Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and KirstingCycle.com.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit CI Insurance, the 5-time winner of Best Insurance Agency today, with offices in Rensselaer, DeMont, and Lowell. Or visit online at ciinsurance.com.
Rensselaer, classic rock lives here. 97.7 FM WLQI. The Q.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Kevin Matthews. Touhyville is a very unusual place.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show.
What day is it today?
It's Wednesday. So what's it like being on the radio?
Amazing. Unbelievable.
It really is special.
It is. It really is.
What about radio?
In radio, it helps to, jazz it up a little bit so that we create what we call a word picture. That's not how radio works.
You'll have to take radio the way it is.
It's divine. Perfect just the way it is.
Showtime.
Welcome to Touhyville. Steve Touhyville here, hanging out, having fun on a super duper Wednesday morning. Happy Hump Day. Yeah. Portion of the show today brought to us by the Good Table Family Restaurant in Kentland. Good food, good friends, good times at the Good Table Family Restaurant in Kentland. Here's what I recommend. Go and like the Good Table Family Restaurant on Facebook. You won't be disappointed. And one of the biggest reasons is they put up their specials daily. So their daily specials are as long as some restaurants' menus. They just have good food, and then they add to it with daily specials. They really work their tails off there at the Good Table Family Restaurant. Good folks, and they should add in there good food, good friends, good times, and good service. Good people there at the Good Table Family Restaurant in Kentland. Also got to mention our friends over at Supercuts. Supercuts in Rensselaer. Get yourself a $19 haircut Mondays and Tuesdays, $10 off color, 7 days a week at the Rensselaer location. It's the only place you can get it is at the Rensselaer location. So stop by, get yourself a haircut. I'm saying all week, it's Wednesday already, that I'm going to get a haircut. Maybe I'll run over there today. And it's just starting to get to that point where I need a haircut. But then it's done and knocked out. So and that's one of the great things about Supercuts is, you make an appointment, you're in and out. Bing, bang, boom. It's no time at all. So visit Supercuts in Rensselaer and Lowell. All right, let's see what's happening.
What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening.
Today is National Pound Cake Day. Of course, in the United States. Over in England, they're celebrating National Kilogram Cake Day. No, I don't think that's a thing. A Florida man spent 4 days stuck in mud. They got him out. He still didn't smell as bad as Post Malone. He just, it's Post, shower up, buddy. An employee of a Pennsylvania Denny's apparently flashed his stuff, his unit, his junk at a customer. Not sure why. But it says here the customer may have asked for extra sausage. Yes, sir, that doesn't count. President Trump plans to attend the White House Correspondents' Dinner for the first time, which also means the event is about to be catered by McDonald's. Big arch for everyone! The newest Apple AirPods measure heart rate. And at a price of $249, they also measure how much money you'll waste on glorified earbuds. The world's smallest playable arcade game is less than an inch tall, which seems kind of fun. The hardest part, though, is finding a little tiny quarter so you can play. Just use tweezers and get in there. A TikTok creator who used tarot readings to claim a University of Idaho professor arranged for the killing of 4 students now owes that professor $10 million. Yeah. Hopefully this won't damage all those legit TikTok tarot card readers out there. You wouldn't want to ruin their reputation with it being weird and fake. Justin Timberlake wants to stop the release of body cam footage from his drunken arrest. Shia LaBeouf responded, "You only have the one?" Billy Joel sold his Long Island estate for $29 million. It includes a 10-bedroom home and a swimming pool out back. Shut up, that's funny. Come on. Lamar Odom checked out of rehab. Employees were sad to see him go, but they said, "We'll see you again soon." Sorry, too soon. And lastly, Flavor Flav wants to throw the U.S. women's hockey team a victory parade. He also wants to know why their medals don't tell time. How come your guys' clocks don't have hands on them on there? That's weird. Having fun here on a super delightful Wednesday morning. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me this morning. I appreciate it as I do my thing, flying solo without Cheryl. She is off in Washington D.C. doing her thing, talking with all kinds of senators and representatives and all kinds of stuff. So a couple of weeks ago, I told a story here on the show about the first and only time that I ever went skiing. Okay. And then I turned it into a reel. You may have seen that. It was about me going on this 8th grade ski trip and never having been on a ski lift and didn't know how to get off. Okay. So the ski lift goes up and then it kind of goes back around to go back down to pick people up. Well, on the go around part, it's not made for people to still be on it, which I have to say, in my defense, it should be made for that. Because what if someone's stuck up on the hill and doesn't want to ski down or can't ski down or is too scared to ski down? They should be able to hop back on the chair and be taken down and not have to worry about a pole hitting their head, which is what I had to worry about. So I didn't get off the right way on my first attempt, and it started to go back around, and everybody started screaming at me, "Get off, get off, get off, get off." So I hopped off into the snow, dropped down a lot further than you're supposed to. And then I had to duck from the ski lifts coming at me, and then they had to stop the ski lift, which, would be embarrassing enough in my adulthood. Now, at 51 years old, I'd kind of be over it. I'd be like, well, it's one of those things that happen. But when you're 12 or 13, everybody's staring at you, and Steve's the guy that made everybody stop. Yeah, you're embarrassed. It's a school trip. So that said, apparently I'm not alone. I saw this story. It says a 21-year-old skier was caught on camera dangling from a ski lift at Big Bear Mountain Resort in California last Tuesday. Rula de Miranda Arc was along with her twin sister and a friend. They held on to her until ski patrol members were able to help at the end of the lift. Rula had attempted a pull-up on the bar and slipped. I don't understand. I guess I don't understand how it works. But I think this is why I don't like chairlifts. This is a scary thing. She was just trying to do a thing and slipped. Let's see the news coverage here, talking about a woman dangling from a ski lift. It's scary.
For the first time, we are hearing from the woman at the center of this viral video. These are two sisters holding on to each other after one of them slipped on the chairlift in Big Bear. NBC4's Christian Caceres spoke to them about what happened.
Oh my God.
Watch as a skier is captured on camera dangling high above the ground.
Yeah.
Sliding off the chairlift in Big Bear.
So much pain. My body is in so much pain.
We caught up with 21-year-old Rula de Miranda and her twin sister Raisel after that terrifying moment on Tuesday on Bear Mountain.
I was so scared.
The twins and their friends drove up to Big Bear for the day, but it was on their third run on Chair 9 that Raisel says she tried to do a pull-up as they were going up. Her sister sliding off the chair, trying to do the same.
And then accidentally slipped. And she ended up really falling. And I was like, oh my God. My friend was literally screaming.
Wait, so what is, were they screwing around, or is this something like you're just trying to get situated? What is a pull up on a chairlift? Because I'm thinking like you were messing around, like you were trying to do a pull up. She do this on purpose, or did she, like, this is a normal thing you do? I don't ski, so I don't know.
Her in the video, stop wiggling. And she was like in full panic mode.
Oh my God, yeah.
And then I ripped my gloves off. They were both in my mouth. And I was just like fighting down and holding on to her with both hands because she was just like starting to freak out and like shake. And I was like, apparently
Well, of course, she thought she was going to fall to her death. Or broken leg or something. What in the world? No, not on a regular. I don't want to pull up on a regular chair, like on a ski lift, chair lift. Come on, guys. Okay, a pull up on a ski chairlift can refer to two very different things. A safety action where you lift the safety bar up just before unloading at the top of the mountain. Okay, that's not it. Or in a dangerous non-standard context, a reckless physical stunt where people hang from or pull themselves up on the chair structure. Yeah, so were you guys screwing around? I mean, you're 21, it happens, but don't do that. You're playing around up in the air.
we got up to 156 feet.
But they were, pretty high up and far away. And
Pierce Mayer was on the other side of the lift and says he couldn't believe what was happening.
And I was watching each of the chairs come over the hill because that lift actually starts way further down the hill. So the girl could have been hanging there for way longer than it looks like in the video.
The ski resort staff says it happened just before 3 p.m. when De Miranda failed to maintain proper safety protocols and became suspended from the carrier. The twins posting about what happened on social media, where you can see the moment when Rula was able to safely jump off.
It was one of the most scariest things. I looked down and I just see my dad. I love my sister. I love my friend. I am so thankful that they saved me.
Christian Caceres, NBC4 News.
Yeah, I mean, holy cow. Talk about scary. Dangling from a chairlift. Yeah, it says the woman dangling from a chairlift admitted she was trying to do a pull-up. Yeah, then don't do that. Don't try pulling up on things. Don't even go skiing. That's crazy. But that's what I kept thinking the whole time I was even on the chair. I think that's why I was so scared to get off. And I'm not afraid of heights. I don't mind heights. But I think that was one of those things where I was just like, this doesn't seem like a good plan, where there's just like this little kind of bar to keep me from falling off of this. And I've got these wooden sticks on my legs. I don't like this at all. I didn't care for it. Yeah, it was not for me. I'm just saying the cold. So combined with, I don't like doing anything in the cold. So the cold, the skiing, the sticks on my legs, I'm going down a hill for whatever reason, I don't know. I'm not an adrenaline guy. I don't like skydiving. I don't like any of that stuff. So I have no reason to get up a hill and put sleds on my feet and go down. I'd rather just stay down at the bottom and be fine. Have hot chocolate. Kevin says, in oops, stupid moments such as that, we need to let natural selection take over. Yeah. Kevin, if only we were all as smart as you. I'm positive you've done some dumb things, my friend. So thankfully, her friends were there to save her. I'm saying, don't do the stupid thing in the first place. We all have. I've got a whole list of stupid things I've done in my 20s. But not when you're dangling in the air. Just saying. All right, let's take a break. We come back. We got Frank with sports. Find the big deal with Strag and Van Til. And then I got tons of good stories to get into. And we're going to check on your favorite cereals. See where we're at with those. So stick around.
Well, Jeff, the news seems to be full of supply chain issues, delayed shipping, rising prices, and inflation. How's that affecting us here at Bjerk's Fine Jewelry?
Honestly, Liz, not in the least bit. Our prices are sharp as ever. Our values are the best in the business. You can compare the mega box stores, the internet, or even the big city diamond districts, and you still won't find the deals we offer.
Well, that will make our customers very happy, but I've heard that many businesses are struggling to find product and maintain inventories.
Not here at Bjerk's Fine Jewelry. We work very hard with our suppliers to make sure diamonds, gemstones, and jewelry continue to arrive and keep our selection fresh and exciting.
So let me get this straight. Our customers can stroll into Bjerk's and still get unbeatable prices, top-notch quality, first-class service, and the area's largest inventory to make the perfect jewelry choice?
You summed that up pretty well, Liz. But don't forget, we also have the area's largest selection of coins and precious metals bullion. Some dealers have really struggled to source sufficient quantities, but here at Bjerk's, we are fully stocked.
You know, Jeff, we're pretty lucky to have been serving the Lafayette community for over 75 years.
Shop smart, shop Bjerk's, Bjerk's.com.
Jasper County REMC is a not-for-profit electric and internet cooperative that follows 7 established cooperative principles in which they put their values into practice. One of those principles is a voluntary and open membership. Jasper County REMC is a voluntary organization open to all persons able to use their services and willing to accept the responsibilities of membership without gender, social, racial, political, or religious discrimination. For more information on Jasper County REMC, visit them online at jasperremc.com. Jasper County REMC, powering member-driven innovation.
Life is about connecting. Music, email, movies, shopping, social media, gaming, and streaming. Nitco is here to help you with all that technology has to offer. Nitco offers high-speed internet for your home or business. Nitco has an incredible lineup of TV channels for all your viewing needs with television the way you want it. Nitco also is your home for telephone service. Need all 3? Nitco has great savings when you bundle. Visit nitco.com today or call 1-800-621-2344 because life is about connecting with Nitco.
Brad Gutwine from Gutwine Motor Company in Monon.
In a small town, it's how you treat your customer. You treat everybody the way you want to be treated. It really is that simple. We have customers that we've been doing business with for 4 generations, and that is only because they trust us, we trust them, and that's the way you've got to build your business. We have to build any business.
Gutwine Motor Company in Monon has been serving the surrounding area for over 80 years.
Cars 80 years ago were pretty simple. But one thing that hasn't changed, the customer wants to feel like they're in charge of the transaction. They know what's going on, and they are comfortable with what's happening. That, I don't think, has ever changed. We always want to be upfront with the customer, tell them exactly what's happening, exactly the process that's going to happen. One thing I would like to say to everybody that has supported us over the 80 years, thank you very much.
You'll like the way we do business at Goodwine Motor Company in Monon.
George Aid Memorial Healthcare in Brook, Indiana offers a spectrum of personalized services. Whether it's short-term rehabilitation or long-term care, each resident experiences a tailored approach to their healthcare needs and well-being. Residents engage in community activities, including delightful trips, and can also take advantage of convenient transportation services. George Aid is more than just for the elderly. They have workplace injury, outpatient rehab and therapy services that ensure every individual's needs are met with expertise and compassion. Visit georgeaid.org or call them at 219-275-2531. George Aid Memorial Healthcare. We care for you in a quiet country setting.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-960-3377. That's 800-960-3377. 800-960-3377.
97.7 FM, WLQI, Rensselaer.
This check of news brought to us by the Nice Law Firm. Visit nicelawfirm.com. Here's Russ Martin.
The Rensselaer man who was charged with attempted murder last month after allegedly driving his vehicle toward two officers, 23-year-old Tucker Ellis, had his first hearing in Jasper Circuit Court yesterday. In a press release last month from law enforcement, Ellis received a wound in his hand during a pursuit as two officers discharged their weapons, allegedly after the accused tried to strike the officers with the vehicle. Ellis entered a plea of not guilty to this charge, as well as the alleged felonies of aggravated battery, resisting law enforcement with a vehicle, and 2 counts of criminal recklessness with a deadly weapon. The accused, through his attorney, also asked for a reduction in the bond that was set at $1 million surety, or $100,000 cash. However, Judge Waddle stated the motion to reduce the bond was overruled and denied. The first pretrial conference was set for May 26th in Judge Waddle's court. The Indiana State Police Commercial Vehicle Enforcement Division is responsible for enforcing both state and federal regulations on all commercial motor vehicles. This includes conducting safety inspections, compliance reviews, and new entrant safety audits. This division of the Indiana State Police is also tasked with enforcing Indiana's size and weight laws and ensuring that commercial carriers are properly registered and paying their fair share of fuel tax dollars. From January 1st until February 14th this year, because of their efforts, Indiana State Police said they accomplished the following: 6,455 total inspections completed, with 49 different trucks and trailers being oversized and 276. In compiling all the information required by law in Indiana, Sheriff Pat Williamson talks about what it costs to feed the jail population in 2025.
Have to feed everyone 3 meals a day. We have some dietary standards that we go by. We served 82,896 meals. That cost us approximately $245,000. That's at about $2.97 a meal. It basically cost us $9 a day to feed an individual housed at the jail.
Food finders will be making a stop in Otterburn tomorrow, March 5th, at the United Methodist Church at 10 a.m. The church in Otterburn is located at 405 East Oxford Street. Recipients of food items from the mobile pantry who take part in this drive-through event are asked to please not show up prior to 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Enjoy the rest of your day and stay safe and well, everyone. I'm Russ Martin.
Need trusted legal help in Indiana? The Nice Law Firm has been fighting for Hoosiers since 1992 in family law, personal injury, criminal defense, estate planning, real estate, business law, and more. And now Ned Totter, longtime Rensselaer attorney, has joined the Nice law firm as they expand to Jasper and the surrounding counties. With decades of success in injury, family, real estate, and criminal matters, Ned's local know-how strengthens an already powerful team. Whether you're facing a tough legal fight or planning for the future, the attorneys at the Nice Law Firm are there to guide you with skill, compassion, and results you can trust. Contact the Nice Law Firm at nicelawfirm.com or call 317-NICE-LAW.
Local obituaries are sponsored by Jackson Funeral Chapels.
Respect, dignity, compassion. 3 simple words, yet they mean a great deal to us. They represent those values we strive to offer each and every family we serve, just as we have for nearly 70 years. Jackson Funeral Chapels, Jackson Monuments, and Memory Garden Cemetery.
81-year-old Patricia Stath of Rensselaer passed away on February 26th. Friends may call today from 2 until 4 p.m. Central Time at Jackson Funeral Chapel, Rensselaer. Funeral services for Patricia Stath will be held immediately following today at 4 p.m. at Jackson Funeral Chapel. Interment will follow at Mount Calvary Cemetery in Rensselaer at a later date. Memorials may be made to Tri-County Bible Church, Rensselaer. Jackson Funeral Chapel entrusted with the arrangements. 92-year-old Tom Korniak of Rensselaer passed away on February 22nd. Friends may call Thursday, March 5th from 9 a.m. until noon Central Time at Jackson Funeral Chapel, Rensselaer. Funeral Mass for Tom Korniak will be held immediately following at noon on Thursday at St. Augustine Catholic Church. Interment will follow at Mount Calvary Cemetery in Rensselaer with full military rites. Memorials may be made to Gabalt School for Boys or St. Augustine Catholic Church. Jackson Funeral Chapel entrusted with the arrangements. 54-year-old Sergio Perez of Rensselaer passed away on February 27th. Visitation will be Thursday, March 5th from 10 a.m. until noon at Steinke Funeral Home, Rensselaer. Funeral services for Sergio Perez will be held on Thursday at noon at Steinke Funeral Home, Rensselaer. Burial will follow at Mount Calvary Cemetery. In lieu of flowers, memorials may be made to the family. Steinke Funeral Home has been entrusted with the arrangements. Memories and condolences may be shared with the Perez family at steinkefuneralhome.com. 95-year-old Robert Sear of Wheatfield passed away on February 25th. A visitation will be held at Jackson Funeral Service of DeMotte on Friday, March 6th from 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. Funeral services for Robert Sear will immediately follow on Friday at 11 with Pastor Brett Sekoyak officiating. Interment will follow at Calumet Park Cemetery at 1 p.m. in Maryville. Jackson Funeral Service of DeMotte has been entrusted with the arrangements. 84-year-old Alan Fleming of Rensselaer passed away on February 25th. Visitation will be held on Saturday from 10 a.m. until noon Central Time at Jackson Funeral Chapel, Rensselaer. Funeral services for Alan Fleming will follow at noon Central Time Saturday. Pastor Jeff Seeger officiating. To share memories and or condolences, visit jacksonfuneral.com. 71-year-old Ron Christensen of Morocco passed away on February 25th. The family of Ron Christensen is planning a Celebration of Life open house on Saturday from 2 until 8 p.m. at 839 East 250 North, Morocco. In lieu of flowers, memorials may be made to the Purdue Institute for Cancer Research. Steinke Funeral Home has been entrusted with the cremation arrangements. Area funeral arrangements brought to you by Jackson Funeral Chapels.
Weather is brought to you by Jasper County REMC.
Today, 30% chance of showers throughout most of the afternoon. Cloudy skies expected as well with a high of 46. Tonight, chance of showers before midnight, then expect rain throughout the evening with a low of 45, maybe even some patchy fog thrown in. Thursday, showers, possibly a thunderstorm throughout most of the day, patchy fog before noon, and a high of 57. Thursday night, 20% chance of showers late, otherwise patchy fog, and a low of 47. Friday, expect some showers on and off throughout the day as well, but a high up to 73.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
Welcome into Touhyville, 97.7 The Q and 98 Gold. It's time for a look at sports. It's brought to us by our friends over at Nitco. Visit nitco.com today and find out how you can get high-speed internet for your home or your business.
Pleasant. Good Wednesday. Here's your sports. I'm Frank Sprinkle. Tipping off last night, IHSA tournament in boys basketball with opening round sectional matchups in Class 1A sectional 50 at Caston. Area programs on the court had Tri-County defeating South Newnan 55-37. The second matchup of the night saw West Central advancing 56-41 winners over North Newnan. Class 1A sectional 50 has two more first-round games tonight with North White pairing up against host Caston, followed by DeMont Christian taking on Pioneer. NBA going up against the defending world champions last night inside the United Center. The Bulls lose 116-108 to the Oklahoma City Thunder, who also hold the NBA's best record. Now, the Bulls did take a 1-point advantage at the 10-10 mark of the third quarter, only to see the Thunder spurt out to a 14-3 run, taking a lead they would not give up. Bulls got 20 points off the bench from Colin Sexton, matching a game high alongside Thunder guard Jared McCain. His 20 points also off the bench. Thunder picking up the win, minus last year's league MVP and finals MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander out due to an abdominal strain. Bulls close out their 7-game homestand at 1-6. Pacers on the court tonight, start of a 4-game road trip. First stop, the Los Angeles Clippers. Men's college basketball last night, Ball State has now won 3 in a row, but needing overtime to overtake Central Michigan on the road, the final 74-71. Big reason why. Armani Ziegler, the Cardinals junior guard, had a game-high 28 points, including the last 5 points in regulation to force OT. Number 11, Illinois, at home, cruises past Oregon 80-54. NHL Blackhawks downed in overtime 3-2 at the Winnipeg Jets. Blackhawks getting goals by Teuvo Teravainen on the power play and Ryan Green, with Connor Bedard assisting on both. Jets pulling to even with just 38.6 seconds left in the third period. A goal by Cole Perfetti, then winning in the 3-on-3 OT, courtesy of Mark Scheifele. NFL, just like that, the Bears are in search of a new starting center after Drew Dalman abruptly announced his retirement yesterday, reported by ESPN's Adam Schefter. At 27, Dalman started all 17 regular season and 2 postseason games for the Bears in 2025. Dalman, who joined the Bears a year ago on a 3-year, $42 million deal with $28 million in guaranteed cash, had spent the previous 4 seasons with the Atlanta Falcons. Dalman did earn Pro Bowl honors last year, the first time ever in his career. The Colts yesterday placing the transition tag on Daniel Jones. The 7-year veteran quarterback who joined the Colts last year on a 1-year contract started in 13 games before going down with an Achilles tendon. The transition tag allows the Colts to pay Jones more than $37 million for the 2026 season, but allows for Jones to seek offers from other teams, which he can sign an offer sheet with another team, as the Colts do hold the right to match that offer. Jones becomes the first quarterback to be placed a transition tag since Jeff George with the Atlanta Falcons in 1996. MLB Cactus League spring training in Arizona. White Sox lose 4-3 to the San Diego Padres in Glendale. In Mesa, the Cubs down by Team Italy of the World Baseball Classic 9-4. Cubs today head to Phoenix to meet the Milwaukee Brewers. And that's a look at your sports for this Wednesday. I'm Frank Sprinkle.
Life is about connecting. Music, email, movies, shopping, social media, gaming, and streaming. Nitco is here to help you with all that technology has to offer. Nitco offers high-speed internet for your home or business. Nitco has an incredible lineup of TV channels for all your viewing needs with television the way you want it. Nitco also is your home for telephone service. Need all 3? Nitco has great savings when you bundle. Visit nitco.com today or call 1-800-621-2344 because life is about connecting with Nitco.
All right, let's play Find the Big Deal with Struggle Man Till. Give me a call, 219-866-4104. Got a brand new sale flyer today. It's Wednesday. We're looking for the price today on Murphy's Corned Beef Brisket Point Cut on sale at Struggle Man Till. Perfect for St. Patty's Day. 219-866-4104. Murphy's Corned Beef Brisket on sale at Struggle Man Till. 219-866-4104. Let me know the price on that. You'll be entered in for a chance to win that $50 gift card from Struggle Man Till and Touhyville. Good luck.
It's impossible to have a bad day when you started with Chick-fil-A.
Hi, I'm Miles.
And this is Grant.
And the little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is
how the fluffy, crispy goodness wakes us up in the morning. The chicken is crispy, the biscuit is soft, it's iconic.
Throw some jelly on it, you can throw some honey on it. It helps me kick off the day.
The hash browns are great. And I really like the shape of them too. Little circles of crispy goodness. Yeah, those early morning chicken biscuits are just great, man.
Mornings are a little bit brighter with the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit and Simply Orange Juice. Available on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Okay, class, let's begin.
Psst, love your boots. I just sold a pair like that on eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it took like 2 seconds to list and they sold almost immediately. I've been selling everything lately. Some chunky boots, a faux fur coat I never wore, and a vintage chair that was more of an expensive clothing rack.
You know, I actually bought these on eBay. Wait, are you Kitty Sell Stuff from Brooklyn?
Okay, quiet, please.
Find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
It's impossible to have a bad day when you started with Chick-fil-A.
Hi, I'm Miles.
And this is Grant.
And the little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is
how the fluffy, crispy goodness wakes us up in the morning. The chicken is crispy, the biscuit is soft, it's iconic.
throw some jelly on it, you can throw some honey on it. It helps me kick off the day.
The hash browns are great. And I really like the shape of them too. Little circles of crispy goodness. Yeah, those early morning chicken biscuits are just great, man.
Mornings are a little bit brighter with the Chick-fil-A Chicken Biscuit and Simply Orange Juice. Available on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Congratulations to Sheila and Rensselaer. She knew that Murphy's corned beef brisket point cut is on sale this week for $3.99 a pound with your digital coupon at Stragaman Till. Stragaman Till is easier than ever to shop online. Just visit StragamanTill.com. You get the same prices as you see in the store. You can set it up for pickup or delivery, so they do the shopping for you. You pull into a special parking spot, they load your car up, you're all set. Or have them shop and deliver it right to your door, your home, your business, wherever. You still use your online coupons. You get the same prices as you see in the store. You get your reward points. You use your reward points, use the coupons, all that good stuff. Stragaman Till, life made simple, food made easy. Visit StragamanTill.com. All right, your second chance to get registered for that $50 gift card is up on the WLQI and 98 Gold Facebook pages. Head over there, comment with the price on the same item. You'll be entered in for a chance to win that $50 gift card. We'll draw the winner on Friday. Good luck.
Hello. Hey, man. I need your help.
Doing what?
Well, see, I'm clearing out the garage and I need help loading my truck and taking the junk to the landfill. It should only be 3 or maybe 4 or 5 or 6 trips.
Just get a dumpster from Patriot Dumpster Service instead. It'll be faster.
A dumpster? Oh, I don't want to spend a lot on this.
Not so fast, my friend. Patriot Dumpster Service has very reasonable and competitive rates. Plus, they'll help you get the right size dumpster for your job. They drop it off, you fill it up, and they'll come back and take it away. No fuss, no muss.
How do I get a hold of them?
Just go to patriotdumpster.in and click on Book Now. Pick the dates you need the dumpster for, and it's yours for up to 14 days.
Well, that sounds easy.
Oh, it is, and you don't have to worry about scratching up your truck and getting hurt with all that loading and unloading.
Thanks. So when are you coming over?
I gotta go.
I wish my friends were as dependable as Patriot Dumpster Service.
Let the friendly and reliable team at Patriot Dumpster Service, a family-owned and operated company that puts their customers first. Patriot Dumpster Service, serving Valpo to Monticello and Catlin to Wanata and all points in between. You can trust Patriot Dumpster Service to handle your waste management needs with integrity, reliability, and a genuine dedication to your satisfaction. Visit them today at patriotdumpster.in.
Uh-oh. Car trouble? Don't stress. Take it to AutoWorks in Rensselaer. From oil changes and brake repairs to engines and transmissions, the team at AutoWorks keeps you on the road safely. They're local, they're trusted, and they'll treat your car like it's their own. Don't wait for a breakdown. Schedule your service today. Call AutoWorks at 219-866-4131 or stop by their shop at 919 McKinley in Rensselaer. AutoWorks, where quality and care come standard.
Jasper County REMC reminds you that water and electricity add up to danger. When heavy rains hit, you might not think about electrocution risks, but it should be at the top of the list. Some safety measures to keep in mind include never step into a flooded basement or other room if water may be in contact with electrical outlets, appliances, or cords. Never try to turn off the power at the breaker box if you have to stand in water. If you can't reach your breaker box safely, call your electric utility to shut off the power at the meter. Make sure outdoor outlets and outlets in wet areas of the home like kitchen, bath, laundry room, and garage are equipped with a ground fault circuit interrupter. These devices can cut off power quickly if there is a problem so no one gets shocked. Jasper County REMC, powering member-driven innovation.
Touhyville. 2 Touhies, no waiting.
Up and at 'em. It's Wednesday.
I've been waiting for this day for a long time.
I'm ready for it.
Really?
Yeah. Really? Y'all ready for this? You know what I'm saying?
What is this show? This show is stupid.
Really? Yeah.
Oh, I love it so much. Oh, love it so much.
Does that make me weird?
Does that make me weird?
Yes.
I guess.
I'm a weirdo. You're a weirdo.
Good thing it's Weirdo Wednesday.
All right, everyone. Let's get weird.
What is it? Showtime.
Welcome to Touhyville. Steve Touhy with you, hanging out here on a delightful Wednesday morning. I got a little surprise. Cheryl's checking in from Washington, D.C. Good morning.
Good morning. How are ya?
Good. How are you?
Good. I don't know if you can see me. I can't see me. So normally I could see me when I'm on. But
Yeah,
that's okay.
no, we don't see you. We just we just have you on. Oh, there we go. Now we got you.
There we go. How
Look
are
at
ya?
you. Look at you. So I just got done with Find the Big Deal with Shrek and Mantil, and I looked over to see if you had texted back because I sent you the link, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't even look up at the video because I was doing my thing. Then I was like, oh, you're not there. Well,
I'm new crazy. Okay. Yeah, I heard all of it. So if you're on YouTube, it's easy peasy. But I was getting ready.
Cool.
And I didn't think coming on this early naked would be a good idea.
No,
we
you
don't
look
want to scare the
fantastic.
folks, right?
No, you look fantastic. How's your trip going?
It's going so well.
Yeah.
I mean, being in the heart of, like, I was just watching about the news about the war this morning, and they're down, like, some of our senators that we were meeting had meetings, and we got cut short because they were going to get briefed. Like, it's just crazy.
Wow.
Being at the Senate and yeah, it's an unbelievable experience. And as like a co-owner with you, doing this day in and day out, to know how much is going on behind the scenes to keep people safe, to like AM radio. Elon Musk didn't want it in Teslas anymore. And so to know that people would be cut off from an emergency broadcasting situation, we're here fighting to keep AM and FM radio in cars so that, God forbid, cell towers go down or GPS goes down. We're here for the community. So, I mean, it's such a blessing to be able to be a part of it. And there's so many people, I'm learning so much from people who've been doing this forever and advocating forever. So I'm very energized, if that makes any sense.
That's so awesome. Very cool.
Yeah. And it doesn't hurt that we were at the Library of Congress with the reception last night.
Right.
I mean, I didn't get in the pictures because I didn't care about me in the pictures. I was just awestruck. Do you know what I mean? Like, how you're like, this is me in front of the reading room. I was like, I just want the reading room. Like it blew me away. So yeah, it's just been an unbelievable experience, and it's been very educational in terms of what the Indiana Broadcasters Association does for us, for the community. So yeah, I'm definitely proud to be a broadcaster.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Look at that view out your window, and you must be standing on your balcony because we keep seeing the steam come off your mouth.
I am. Yeah. So I got upgraded, and Steve, I'm sure, told you the story, but if not, it was hilarious. The guy thought I was funny. So then the next thing I know, I've got like a full tub, and I'm in my apartment in Washington.
Right?
So yeah, so I'm really blessed, and I'm glad this was a great first experience, and hopefully the beginning of many more.
Oh, so cool. That's so awesome. Well, that's fantastic. Well, I know you got to run down because you have to be down there at 8:30, and it's your time. It's 8:23. So thank you.
I'm going to run.
Yes, I'm so glad you jumped in, though. That's it. We miss you, so we can't wait to have you
I
back
miss you
on
too.
Friday.
I miss you guys too. I mean, I love the show, and it just, this makes me know that what we do is so much more important than, let's say, just beginning people's day with a laugh. you know, or being there for our community. We do so much so that God forbid, in the case of an emergency, we are your line of defense. Like we're going to bring you the news, the weather, tell you what's going on, no matter what goes down. So yeah, proud moment, definitely. So thank you for hiring me, Steve. Who hires their ex-wife? I don't know.
Right. No, it's super cool, and I'm so excited that you're there. Like, I'm only getting bits and pieces because you're so busy there, but I can't wait to hear all about it.
Yeah.
I
can't wait to tell you. So
yeah. All right, well, go enjoy your day. Have a great day in Washington D.C. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you too. There you go. That's Cheryl out in Washington D.C. hanging out with us. So stinking cool. I sent her a message this morning. I just said, hey, I'm flying solo today. So if you happen to be getting ready and you're ready a couple minutes early, jump in and say hi. I get done with Find the Big Deal with Strack and Van Til, and I go and look at my phone, and she says, I'm into our software here where we're on video. I wasn't even looking at it because I was getting everything ready. So I'm so glad that I checked my phone. And I look up, and all of a sudden there's another person in there. So that's exciting stuff. Very, very cool. Susie says, since you're by yourself, have you been able to stay on your program schedule? Honestly, yes, I have. And you know why? Because there's nobody to chit chat with. It's when you're talking to yourself, you don't go off track too much. So yes, I have been able to stay on time, Susie. That's very funny. I'm sure we'll be right back to being off time tomorrow. Although, Cheryl, who just said she's so proud to be a broadcaster, is becoming a broadcaster, but she is a salesperson who has always been passionate about whatever company she's working for, how that helps the client solve a problem, whatever it might be. The majority of the time in her career, she has been in sales and marketing, selling advertising. When I met her, she was selling signs, for businesses. So you put your sign up and how you do that. Then she came to the radio station. Then she went from there to the newspaper where she was selling just digital advertising for the newspaper in Kankakee, Illinois. Then she went into selling advertising for travel and tourism all over the country, traveling everywhere, like she's doing now, being in hotels and living at hotels and things. So then when she came here, so she's been around radio, but she's never really been a broadcaster. She would fill in for Chrissy here and there, but now she's on the air, been on the air now for 2 years, and she's now becoming a broadcaster, but doesn't come from that background, has never run the board, hasn't had to control a show, anything like that. Same with Tony, who filled in for Cheryl the last couple of days. Tony's a comedian who did radio with me. He worked as a salesperson at a radio station in Kankakee where we were at, and this was after Cheryl left for the newspaper, so they never really worked together. But he did that and then would pop into the studio here and there. I've always done things where I've had salespeople come in and do things. When I was in Ottawa, Illinois, one of our favorite bits or segments, mine and the listeners, the audience, the residents of Touhyville, was sales staff theater. Every Friday, I would take a piece of a famous script off the internet. I would randomly choose out of, like, I put all their names in a hat and pull out the names for cast members of that from the sales staff or from the management staff. And they would come in the studio and do this scene until someone would call in and guess the movie. So it could be a love scene, like the first one we ever did was You Had Me at Hello from Jerry Maguire. And it was 2 guys from the sales department that did it. It's all random. So I've always involved the salespeople in the show. But I digress. It's not why you called. So Tony wasn't really a broadcaster either. He did a show with me on the internet, but again, I ran things and he would just sit down and talk with me. So he never had to keep things on track, keep the train on the tracks and rolling. So it was easy for us to chit chat and go off the rails as well, and off the timing, as Susie said, of the show. Where tomorrow, Dave Becker, who's joining me, he is a broadcaster. He comes from a broadcast background. He's done shows himself. He's done shows with me. He's been a disc jockey. He's got. I'll have to ask him tomorrow, but I bet it's if I'm at 31 years, I bet he's got more than that on me. I bet he's got a couple of years on me. So he will, when he comes in tomorrow and I say, okay, here's the clock on how we do the show. Like we take breaks here. He'll just back off. He'll actually look at the clock and know, oh, we got a break coming up. I'm not going to start a story here or anything like that. So nonetheless, I'm not complaining at all. I love doing the show with Cheryl. It's so much fun and so cool because of our relationship that we're able to do the show together. So I'm so excited that she jumped in. It lit me up a little bit just to see her and see how excited she is to be doing all of that there in Washington, D.C. So I'm proud of her. I know a lot of the area is proud of her. A lot of folks have been coming up to me this week talking about how excited they are that she's there and how excited they are to find out how she's doing. So can't wait to talk about it. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. I'm going to check in on the poll question, see how you guys are doing with telling us your favorite cereals so that when Cheryl gets back, we can prepare for cereal madness. So I'm going to check in on how your cereals are going. We also got some fun stories to dive into as well. And then in the 8 o'clock hour, usually on Thursdays, we do Therapy Thursday with Dr. Nikki Monty. We are doing that today. So a little radio about radio. We record it on Tuesdays and we air it on Thursdays. So I thought, since I've got Dave to fill in on Thursday and I'm here by myself today, what a great time to do the Dr. Nikki segment. And we actually went a little long yesterday, so we're going to cut it into 2 segments in the 8 o'clock hour. So not only was it interesting, I'll tell you guys, we dove into me. So you want to hear some of my issues? We talk about how you can find your core thing, like your core issue, your core wound, I think she called it. But we also kind of dove into me. So you want to get a little insight into the Cucamonga head? That'll be coming up in the next hour as well. So nobody go anywhere.
Weather is brought to you by Rensselaer Iron and Metal.
Today, 30% chance of showers throughout most of the afternoon. Cloudy skies expected as well with a high of 46. Tonight, chance of showers before midnight, then expect rain throughout the evening with a low of 45, maybe even some patchy fog thrown in. Thursday, showers, possibly a thunderstorm throughout most of the day, patchy fog before noon, and a high of 57. Thursday night, 20% chance of showers late, otherwise patchy fog, and a low of 47. Friday, expect some showers on and off throughout the day as well, but a high up to 73.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
Brad Gutwein from Gutwein Motor Company in Monon.
In a small town, it's how you treat your customer. You treat everybody the way you want to be treated. It really is that simple. We have customers that we've been doing business with for 4 generations, and that is only because they trust us, we trust them, and that's the way you've got to build your business. We had to build any business.
Gutwein Motor Company in Monon has been serving the surrounding area for over 80 years.
Cars 80 years ago were pretty simple. But one thing that hasn't changed, the customer wants to feel like they're in charge of the transaction. They know what's going on, and they are comfortable with what's happening. That, I don't think, has ever changed. We always want to be upfront with the customer, tell them exactly what's happening, exactly the process that's going to happen. One thing I would like to say to everybody that has supported us over the 80 years, thank you very much. You'll like the way we do business at Gutwein Motor Company in Monon.
Rensselaer Iron and Metal is the picture of going green. Recycling metals is what they do. Keeping the metal business right here in the good old USA is what they're all about. Giving top dollar for your scrap iron not only helps keep your community clean, but it keeps our jobs and steel industry going strong. Remember, when you take your scrap to Rensselaer Iron and Metal, you're supporting your own economy. Rensselaer Iron and Metal, where your trash turns into cash.
Uh-oh, car trouble? Don't stress. Take it to AutoWorks in Rensselaer. From oil changes and brake repairs to engines and transmissions, the team at AutoWorks keeps you on the road safely. They're local, they're trusted, and they'll treat your car like it's their own. Don't wait for a breakdown. Schedule your service today. Call AutoWorks at 219-866-4131 or stop by their shop at 919 McKinley in Rensselaer. AutoWorks, where quality and care come standard.
Glotzba Pharmacy is your neighborhood pharmacist. At Glotzba, Angie and her team go above and beyond and are there to answer all of your questions with knowledge and care to keep your family at their healthiest or to help your family get nursed back to health. Glotzba Pharmacy is about more than just medication refills. They carry beautiful gift items and collectibles, including candles, balloons, toys, and greeting cards. Check out Glotzba's wide variety of CBD and daily vitamin supplements. Need your annual flu or COVID vaccine to stay healthy this season? Call for your appointment today. Visit Glotzba Pharmacy at 500 South Grand Street in Fowler or visit online at glotzbapharmacy.com. Glotzba Pharmacy, their family caring for yours.
When life takes you places and you can't get to the store, shop online with the new Strachan Van Til to Go. It's easy to use. Register using your rewards account login and password. Fill your virtual shopping cart. Choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save money with your online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple. Food made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Jasper County REMC is a non-for-profit electric and internet cooperative that follows 7 established cooperative principles in which they put their values into practice. One of those principles is members' economic participation. Members contribute equitably to and democratically control the capital of their cooperative. For more information on Jasper County REMC, visit them online at jasperremc.com. Jasper County REMC, powering member-driven innovation.
97.7 The Q. Touhyville. 2 Touhies. That's a lot of Touhy.
Welcome back to the, to the show that we're doing right now.
Wake up! Wake up, fool! You're really gonna be abnormal after this show.
I'm laughing like a ventriloquist dummy.
You are.
The show has become very, very silly. Sounds like a fun group.
Is that a real show?
No, it's somebody's making a joke. Forget it.
Best show we've ever done, ladies and gentlemen. You're about to get showtime.
Welcome to Touhyville. Steve Touhy with you here, hanging out on a Fun Time Wednesday. Happy hump day, everybody. Portions of the show today brought to us by Steve's Specialized Services. Visit Steve's Specialized Services on 231 in Rensselaer. You can also visit them at stevesspecialized.com. Check out all the bad boy mowers, bandits, and tractors as we're starting to see some warmer weather. We're going to see 70s by Friday. Excited about that. So get ready for mowing. I saw somebody out mowing yesterday. That's a little early. I don't know that my grass has grown at all yet. It's certainly not green yet. I don't know that I'd be cutting it already, but there was somebody out there mowing. So check out the mowers, bandits, tractors at Steve's Specialized Services. Get on it now. Well, there's great deals out there. Also, got to mention our friends over at the Fountain Stone Theater. Visit fountainstonetheaters.com. They've got movies Wednesday through the weekend so today through the weekend at Fountain Stone Theater. Let's see what movies you got today. You got Scream 7, epic, Elvis Presley in concert. I can't wait to see that. That looks so good. And I've heard nothing but great things about it. I can only imagine 2, Goat, that's an animated movie, and Wuthering Heights still in theaters. Now, tomorrow is when you get the new movies coming out. We add in there The Bride with Christian Bale, Jake Gyllenhaal, and more. Directed, by the way, by Jake's sister, Maggie Gyllenhaal. Hoppers, another animated movie, Scream 7, epic, the Elvis Presley in concert, and I Can Only Imagine 2. So if you want to check out Wuthering Heights, today is the last day that it's going to be there. So you might want to jump on that and make sure you check it out if you're looking to see that at the Fountain Stone Theater. Visit fountainstonetheaters.com for all the movie times and all that good stuff. So, all right. So for those that are new to the program, every year we do a different madness, okay? So for March, we don't do March Madness tournament like with the basketball or anything like that. We do our own. Last year, we did McDonald's Madness. And over the years, I have done Rock Madness. Years ago, I did afternoons on 98 Gold, WIBN, where it was just me playing music and having some fun. We did Music Madness, so it was just all bands. I think the number one came down to Michael Jackson versus the Beatles. Talk about that battle. I've done Comedian Madness. I've done Madness, where it's like weird, crazy stories and celebrities versus each other. I've done all kinds of stuff. So last year, I think I mentioned we did McDonald's Madness. We went through McDonald's menu. That was a lot of fun. So unfortunately, last year, though, we had to break it up, and it kind of got all moved around because I had to go to Florida. My dad fell and broke his back last year during March. So we had to kind of change things up a little bit last year with the McDonald's Madness. But this year, we are doing cereal madness, as in like breakfast cereal madness. So today we're asking you guys to help us fill in the brackets and tell us your favorite cereals so we can decide what goes where. Susie says all varieties of Cheerios, followed by oatmeal and rice checks. Okay, so now see, you brought up an interesting point, Susie, because Cheryl did this too. She asked if we're going to do hot cereal because Cheryl likes oatmeal and cream of wheat. So I don't know. We haven't decided yet because I'm so stuck on the sugary cereals, and I feel like we could have our whole brackets filled in by those. Kevin says Cocoa Pebbles. It's not even close. Kevin, I don't have any problem with going with you on that until I get to Larry, who says Captain Crunch. And if you throw in the Crunch Berries, this is my problem. I am going to have such a hard time with cereal madness. I love cereal. I mean, I love all of the sugary cereals. I cannot help myself. You say Cocoa Pebbles, the little kid in me jumps up with excitement. I love cereal the way Oprah loves bread.
I love bread. I love bread.
That's me. I love cereal. I love cereal. So, Kevin, I get it. Cocoa Pebbles, sure. And then you got Mitzi jumping in. Lucky Charms, Reese's Puffs, Grape Nuts, Frosted Shredded Wheat Bite Size. I mean, my goodness. Carter says the only cereal I eat is shredded mini wheats. The others I can't get behind. I'm stunned. What? You can't get behind any of them? You're not a sugary cereal guy, huh? Kate says Crispix. See? And that's why I said of all time. Because we are going to have some on the list in the brackets that have gone away. Robin says Honey Nut Cheerios. I'm a fan. Listen, my grandpa got me hooked on. I like a combination of Honey Nut Cheerios and Raisin Bran. I know, sounds old man, but it's delicious. Ashley, Honey Bunches of Oats, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles, Special K. Melissa, O's, Honey O's, the best ever. Dawn, Quaker Oat Squares. Sue with Honey Nut Cheerios. Robbie says Life. Mikey likes it. John says Peanut Butter Captain Crunch. See, now that's going to be the other thing is we have Captain Crunch. Do you do the different ones? Do you do Crunch Berries? Do you do not Crunch Berries? Carter says it might be because my brother sneezed in my cereal as a kid. Not sure. Carter! I mean, that's horrible that your brother did that, but don't let it ruin you from Cocoa Pebbles. There's so many good cereals out there. Kevin says Honey Bunches of Oats. All other preferences are left moot. Oh, that's funny. Ed says Grape Nuts, Cookie Crisp, Life, Rice Krispies. Diana says life. Honey Bunches of Oats. Kathy says oatmeal. So many good choices. This is going to be so hard as we get into the tournament and you have to vote because it's so subjective. It's not so cuckoo. All right. Speaking of not so cuckoo, found this on Carter says, I haven't had Cocoa Pebbles ever. Kind of odd saying it. No, I get it. If cereal's not your thing, he says, I love how passionate you are about the cereal debate. I am. I'm so excited about it. I think this is going to be a lot of fun when we get into the voting and you have to pick a cereal. I think it's going to be great. All right. I found this on one of the 652,916 different websites that we go to daily to find fun stuff for us to talk about. People are sharing on BuzzFeed the funniest excuses to get out of work. I thought this would be a fun list to tackle. Not that Cheryl's out, got out of work. She's working in Washington, D.C. But as you saw, I mean, talking to her last night, she's having hors d'oeuvres to the hilt at the Library of Congress. She's got a hotel that's nicer than any apartment I've ever had, a hotel room. So, yes, it's work, but not work like here, getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and doing a radio show. That's hard work. Look at my hands are, well, smooth as baby's bottom. So that's a bad example, but you get what I'm saying. So people are sharing the funniest excuses to get out of work. Had to leave work because our dog locked our son out of the house. Here's the thing with these crazy excuses. They sound so crazy that they'd have to be true. Like you couldn't write these. They couldn't come to work because their reflection looked judgy at them in the morning. Okay. That one I might be calling you on. As the owner of a business, I get a call and says, Steve, I can't make it into work today. Oh, everything okay? Yeah. I was looking in the mirror and my reflection back just seemed judgy. What? Yeah, they said they needed a mental health day to repair the relationship with the mirror. Sorry, Steve, I just can't make it in. That sounds like a millennial thing. Or even a next one down. Is that Gen Z? Yeah, I can't come in today. I was looking in the mirror, and the mirror seems judgy, so I'm just going to need a mental health day to really work things out with the mirror. I'm sorry, I just can't. Carter says, calling in sick 7 different times for dead grandma funerals. Yeah, he says, you have to go. I'd be firing Swift. Yeah, you don't have that many grandmas. No. That's bad karma. Don't use that one. Someone said, someone called in because they needed to leave. They needed to leave work because their cat was having an existential crisis and wouldn't stop meowing. I'm sorry. I gotta go. Yeah, what's going on? Is something going on with one of your kids? No, my cat is just having an existential crisis. Just won't stop meowing. I'm just gonna have to go home. You're at work. How do you know that? I do know how they know that because maybe they're as crazy as me and they check their Ring camera in their bat cave to check on their animal. I may have done that a time or two. Just saying. Okay, somebody had to call out of work because their kid got a pea stuck up their nose. I can totally see that happening. I can absolutely see that happening. Now, we never did deal with the kids shoving anything up their nose, but I will tell you, I used to play a game with our youngest daughter, Harley, while we were waiting to pick up our oldest daughter. They had different pickup times in grammar school. The younger kids would get out, I think, at like 2, the other ones would get out at 3, something like that. It was off by like a half an hour, 45 minutes. So while we were waiting, just to pass the time screwing around in the car, and she was too young for like a phone or anything like that. She would take change out of my change cup in the car, and I have to close my eyes and then look around the car and try to find it. And then she would do the same. And she put it just on the edge of the CD player. Well, I saw it there. And when I went to go try to get it, because it was just barely sticking out, it got in enough that the CD player automatically pulled it in. Yep. CD player done for. That's that. So no pee up the nose, but a quarter in the CD player, that'll cause you some issues too. I can't come into work today. My parrot got out of its cage and was chasing and the parrot was chasing his wife around the house. So, yep, I gotta run. I gotta go. My parrot is chasing my wife around the house. What am I supposed to do? Okay, this one I would have to go no. Sorry, I got to leave work early because my gas is low on the car. So I got to do that on company time. No, you don't. I don't think so. I'm sorry, I have to leave. Why? My goldfish is drowning. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, my goldfish is drowning. Yeah. This person said they walked out before the manager could process the actual physics of that statement. Really? Then I think the manager might need to be fired too. If just hearing the sentence that quickly, my goldfish is drowning, you as the manager didn't immediately just go, wait, what? No? You need to be let go too. Both of you guys can go find a job together. This person worked from home, but had to leave an online meeting because a squirrel fell down their chimney, was in their house. Okay, that would cause me to get off the Zoom. I'm not going to lie. This never happened to me, but something similar did happen to a friend of mine. They had an apartment on the second floor and had a balcony, and they had left the screen porch open. Like the screen door to go out on the little balcony. And a squirrel had got in. They walked in, and the squirrel was on their dining room table. They had like a fruit bowl with real fruit. And he was on there trying to get the stuff. Thankfully, when they walked in, it didn't go crazy and run around the house. It turned and went right back out the door. So nothing like went nuts, but that would scare the bejesus out of me. I'm not gonna lie. I walk in and there's a squirrel in my house. That would freak me out. No doubt about it. That would also, if it happened while I was on a Zoom call, I would definitely be like, I'm out of the meeting. I gotta go. Someone said they couldn't come into work because their friend's dog died, which is sad. Okay, I get it. You want to be there for your friend. She wasn't going to comfort her. She just needed some time to herself to process the loss. I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. A guy called out because he got lost in the woods all weekend and didn't get back until like 4:00 in the morning Monday. Listen, I'm exhausted. Why? I got lost out in the woods all weekend. So I didn't get home until like 4:00 this morning. I'm gonna take the day off. Again, crazy enough I don't think that's something somebody would make up. One person said, I frequently say I have a casserole in the oven and just leave parties, weddings, events, work. It doesn't matter. What? I have to leave work because I have a casserole in the oven? Well, then you shouldn't put a casserole in the oven. What are you doing? One person said their wife said they had to come home immediately. Everyone was concerned. Then later, he walked back into work and said his wife was on the radio and won $500 because she was able to convince him to leave work immediately without telling him it was a radio contest. Well, that's always worth it. Winning a radio contest is always worth getting out of work for. I think if you win the pizza quiz today, you should get to call in off for that.
Put on those thinking caps. It's time now for the pizza quiz, brought to you by Rick's Pizza in Rensselaer. You could win a large one-topping pizza from Rick's Pizza. Be caller number 7 at 866-4104. That's 866-4104. Be caller number 7 right now.
Rick's Pizza in Rensselaer is firing up the oven and serving the pies everybody loves. Fresh dough, real toppings, and flavor that hits the spot every time. Whether it's game night, family night, or I'm not cooking tonight, make it a Rick's Pizza night. Call 1-219-777-2674. That's 1-219-777-2674. And Rick's will take care of dinner. Get your Rick's fix. Rick's Pizza, Rensselaer's hometown favorite.
All right, it's time now for the pizza quiz brought to us by Rick's Pizza in Rensselaer. Your chance to win a one large one-topping pizza from Rensselaer, from Rick's Pizza in Rensselaer. Hi, you're call number 7. Who's this? Hello? Hello? Oh, you know what? Sorry, my bad. Hold on, don't go anywhere. My mistake. I unhooked the thing when I was talking to Cheryl. Hi, good morning. Who's this?
This Rick.
Hey, Rick. How are you, bud?
Good. How are you?
Good. All right. I'll give you a choice. We can either play Which Came First, and I'll give you 2 celebrities that were born on this date, and you tell me which one was born first. Or you can tell me what's the worst excuse you ever used to get out of work.
The first one.
Yeah, you want to try to play the game?
Yes.
All right, here we go. All right, who do you think is older? Which came first? Who was born first? Boxer Ray Boom Boom Mancini or Patricia Heaton, who was the mom on Everybody Loves Raymond, or the wife on Everybody Loves Raymond? She was married to Ray Romano on the show. Patricia Heaton, who was on Everybody Loves Raymond, or Boxer Ray Boom Boom Mancini? Who do you think is older?
Boo Boo.
You know, that's what I would have guessed too, was Boom Boom Mancini, but he's 65 and she's 68. She looks great for 68. I'm stunned by that. Yeah. So, well, that's unfortunate because I thought, winning a Rick's Pizza would be a good reason to get out of work. You want to try and give me a good excuse to get out of work, even if you never used it. What's a fun excuse to try and get out of work today?
Don't feel like coming.
I don't feel like coming. All right. Hold on a second. I'm going to give you a pizza today, bud. Okay, Rick? Hold on.
All right, thanks.
All right. We got a winner, and I think mostly I'm giving him pizza because he didn't have a really good excuse. I think he's going to have to go into work. So, all right. Stick around. We'll be back with more fun here in just a little bit.
Winners and families of winners on the Pizza Quiz are ineligible to win for 30 days. The Pizza Quiz is brought to you by Rick's Pizza in Rensselaer.
All right, honey, I'm heading out for my morning walk. Hey, neighbor, front yard is looking great.
Yeah, we picked up some beautiful plants from Clark's.
Oh, there's Scott. Hey, your landscaping looks incredible.
Yep, quick trip to Clark's for some rocks and mulch. It was super easy with their help.
All right, see you guys later. Honey, I'm back from my walk.
Great. Hey, I was thinking we should really do something with our front yard.
We should go to Clark's Garden and Floral Center. They have everything from plants to rocks and mulch to outdoor decorations.
Great idea. Did you come up with that on your own?
Of course.
Clark's Garden and Floral Center on Route 231 in Remington. Visit online at clarksgardenandfloral.com and like them on Facebook.
Life is about connecting. Music, email, movies, shopping, social media, gaming, and streaming. Nitco is here to help you with all that technology has to offer. Nitco offers high-speed internet for your home or business. Nitco has an incredible lineup of TV channels for all your viewing needs with television the way you want it. Nitco also is your home for telephone service. Need all three? Nitco has great savings when you bundle. Visit nitco.com today or call 1-800-621-2344 because life is about connecting with Nitco.
Tax season doesn't have to be stressful. At Krause & Company, they make tax returns simple, accurate, and worry-free. Whether you're an individual, a small business owner, or self-employed, their experienced tax professionals find every deduction you deserve while keeping you compliant. Skip the guesswork and the late-night stress. Let Krause & Company handle the numbers so you can focus on what matters most. Call 219-866-8214. That's 219-866-8214 today. Follow them on Facebook. Krause & Company. Trusted tax preparation done right.
Hi, this is Cole Reisner. What are your insurance needs and how can we help? At Gutwein & Reisner Insurance Agency, we always put our customers first. By listening to your needs, we can offer the right protection for you. Whether it's home, auto, crop, business, or farm insurance, Gutwein & Reisner Insurance Agency is there for you with personalized service through Indiana Farmers Insurance. Contact us at 219-866-5854 or visit us on the Courthouse Square along the bricks on Harrison Street.
If you owe back taxes, listen carefully to rule number 1. Never go up against the IRS alone. They're cracking down, freezing bank accounts, garnishing paychecks, canceling passports. Even your home or business could be at risk. But here's what they don't tell you. The IRS has powerful tax relief programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. That's why smart people call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. Nobody knows these programs like the experts at Optima. Their team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $2 billion in tax debt for people just like you. The IRS is not stopping, so don't wait and don't take them on alone. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima today for a free consultation.
Call 800-707-4522. 800-707-4522. 800-707-4522.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
This is the Q 97.7 FM WLQI Rensselaer. Start your day in Touhyville and stick around for Northwest Indiana's best classic rock all day long, right here on the Q.
Time for a check of news. This check of news brought to us by the Conrad Agency in Brook, Fowler, and Francisville. Here's Russ Martin.
The Rensselaer man who was charged with attempted murder last month after allegedly driving his vehicle toward two officers, 23-year-old Tucker Ellis, had his first hearing in Jasper Circuit Court yesterday. In a press release last month from law enforcement, Ellis received a wound in his hand during a pursuit as two officers discharged their weapons, allegedly after the accused tried to strike the officers with the vehicle. Ellis entered a plea of not guilty to this charge, as well as the alleged felonies of aggravated battery, resisting law enforcement with a vehicle, and 2 counts of criminal recklessness with a deadly weapon. The accused, through his attorney, also asked for a reduction in the bond that was set at $1 million surety or $100,000 cash. However, Judge Waddle stated the motion to reduce the bond was overruled and denied. The first pretrial conference was set for May 26th in Judge Waddle's court. The Indiana State Police Commercial Vehicle Enforcement Division is responsible for enforcing both state and federal regulations on all commercial motor vehicles. This includes conducting safety inspections, compliance reviews, and new entrant safety audits. This division of the Indiana State Police is also tasked with enforcing Indiana's size and weight laws and ensuring that commercial carriers are properly registered and paying their fair share of fuel tax dollars. From January 1st until February 14th this year, because of their efforts, Indiana State Police said they accomplished the following: 6,455 total inspections completed, with 49 different trucks and trailers being oversized and 276. In compiling all the information required by law in Indiana, Sheriff Pat Williamson talks about what it costs to feed the jail population in 2025.
Have to feed everyone 3 meals a day. We have some dietary standards that we go by. We served 82,896 meals. That cost us approximately $245,000. That's at about $2.97 a meal. It basically cost us $9 a day to feed an individual housed at the jail.
Food Finders will be making a stop in Otterburn tomorrow, March 5th, at the United Methodist Church at 10 a.m. The church in Otterburn is located at 405 East Oxford Street. Recipients of food items from the mobile pantry who take part in this drive-through event are asked to please not show up prior to 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Enjoy the rest of your day and stay safe and well, everyone. I'm Russ Martin.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Contact the Conrad Agency in Brook, Fowler, or Francisville at 765-884-0530.
Local obituaries are sponsored by Jackson Funeral Chapels.
Respect, dignity, compassion. 3 simple words, yet they mean a great deal to us. They represent those values we strive to offer each and every family we serve, just as we have for nearly 70 years. Jackson Funeral Chapels, Jackson Monuments, and Memory Garden Cemetery.
81-year-old Patricia Stath of Rensselaer passed away on February 26th. Friends may call today from 2 until 4 p.m. Central Time at Jackson Funeral Chapel, Rensselaer. Funeral services for Patricia Stath will be held immediately following today at 4 p.m. at Jackson Funeral Chapel. Interment will follow at Mount Calvary Cemetery in Rensselaer at a later date. Memorials may be made to Tri-County Bible Church, Rensselaer. Jackson Funeral Chapel entrusted with the arrangements. 92-year-old Tom Korniak of Rensselaer passed away on February 22nd. Friends may call Thursday, March 5th from 9 a.m. until noon Central Time at Jackson Funeral Chapel, Rensselaer. Funeral Mass for Tom Korniak will be held immediately following at noon on Thursday at St. Augustine Catholic Church. Interment will follow at Mount Calvary Cemetery in Rensselaer with full military rites. Memorials may be made to Gabalt School for Boys or St. Augustine Catholic Church. Jackson Funeral Chapel entrusted with the arrangements. 54-year-old Sergio Perez of Rensselaer passed away on February 27th. Visitation will be Thursday, March 5th from 10 a.m. until noon at Steinke Funeral Home, Rensselaer. Funeral services for Sergio Perez will be held on Thursday at noon at Steinke Funeral Home, Rensselaer. Burial will follow at Mount Calvary Cemetery. In lieu of flowers, memorials may be made to the family. Steinke Funeral Home has been entrusted with the arrangements. Memories and condolences may be shared with the Perez family at SteinkeFuneralHome.com. 95-year-old Robert Sear of Wheatfield passed away on February 25th. A visitation will be held at Jackson Funeral Service of DeMott on Friday, March 6th from 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. Funeral services for Robert Sear will immediately follow on Friday at 11 with Pastor Brett Sikoyak officiating. Interment will follow at Calumet Park Cemetery at 1 p.m. in Maryville. Jackson Funeral Service of DeMott has been entrusted with the arrangements. 84-year-old Alan Fleming of Rensselaer passed away on February 25th. Visitation will be held on Saturday from 10 a.m. until noon Central Time at Jackson Funeral Chapel, Rensselaer. Funeral services for Alan Fleming will follow at noon Central Time Saturday. Pastor Jeff Seeger officiating. To share memories and or condolences, visit jacksonfuneral.com. 71-year-old Ron Christensen of Morocco passed away on February 25th. The family of Ron Christensen is planning a celebration of life open house on Saturday from 2 until 8 p.m. at 839 East 250 North, Morocco. In lieu of flowers, memorials may be made to the Purdue Institute for Cancer Research. Steinke Funeral Home has been entrusted with the cremation arrangements. Area funeral arrangements brought to you by Jackson Funeral Chapels.
Weather sponsored by Rensselaer Care Center, recently named by Newsweek one of America's best nursing homes.
Today, 30% chance of showers throughout most of the afternoon. Cloudy skies expected as well with a high of 46. Tonight, chance of showers before midnight, then expect rain throughout the evening. with a low of 45, maybe even some patchy fog thrown in. Thursday, showers, possibly a thunderstorm throughout most of the day, patchy fog before noon, and a high of 57. Thursday night, 20% chance of showers late, otherwise patchy fog, and a low of 47. Friday, expect some showers on and off throughout the day as well, but a high up to 73.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
Touhyville. Double the Touhies, double the fun.
Well, good morning, neighbor.
Let's turn on my favorite morning radio show.
What a wonderful way to start the day.
What a great way to start the day.
What's so great about it?
There's music and laughing.
You know, it's like sitting around the breakfast table with my best friends.
You have no friends.
Oh, I did say like, right?
But let's get into it, everybody.
Let's begin the show by starting it.
97.7 the Q and 98 Gold. Steve Touhy with you here. Cheryl is out of town. She is in Washington, D.C., and I'm here with Dr. Nikki Monty. I know, right? But this, I meant to tell you off the air. So normally Therapy Thursday. This week it's going to be Therapy Wednesday, which I know doesn't flow the same way.
Well, I'm afraid I'll have to leave now. I'm appalled.
Right. I don't think it really matters to Dr. Nikki what day it airs.
How about this? This week we're calling it "What's Wrong Wednesday."
What is the matter with you, Wednesday?
What is the problem, Wednesday?
WTF Wednesday.
Yeah.
So, well, to explain real quickly, radio by radio. So it's really hard to do a talk show by yourself. So Wednesday is the only day where I'm by myself completely to do the show. So I have someone to fill in for me on Thursday. So I thought, well, let's do this. This covers at least 2 segments. So that I'm good to go anyway. So it makes the show even better. So speaking of covering 2 segments, we've been taking notes, because what happens when we do the show, things come up and we go, ooh, that'll be a good topic to talk about next time. We keep adding to the list. Yeah. So a couple weeks ago, you mentioned the idea of we all have at least 2 core issues. Is that the right word?
Wounds is what we call it.
2 core wounds.
Okay. Yeah. We have at least, hi, I'm Dr. Nikki. I
introduced you, yes.
I don't know. I forget where we are now. I was like, I had that morning too. It's a little, for those of you who don't know, I'm in California.
Yeah.
So it's a little earlier for me than it is for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we have, I say 2 because, really there's one primary wound we're usually dealing with, or something we could, that goes into the primary wound bucket, because as with many things, too many things now, there are subsets of everything. There are subsets, right? So we have to find the right wounding word for some people. I'm not enough, or other people it's I'll never be loved, or I'm unlovable. For somebody else, it's abandonment is the core. They feel abandonment. Now you say, well, I'll never be loved. That's abandonment. Yes, for some people, the language is important. And the language, we describe what our own language is. We figure it out. Or, I'll always feel like a fraud, or I'll always be lonely, or nobody listens to me. I'm never paid attention. Right. So we go underneath that to find out what is the thing that every time it happens, there's in a small or big way, we can feel it inside. Now, if we're not in touch with our feelings, then we need to have a better conversation about this, but we can feel it. We can feel the ache or the twitch, or we have a big reaction. So last time off air, Cheryl and what's your name? Steve and I were, I've only known you for a billion years now. We're talking about, how do you find that? How do you find what that thing is? And actually finding it is way easier than fixing it, of course. Because once we have this wound, we then build up all these defenses to protect. So the wound is just, we would say, is an interpretation of the things that have happened in our life. It's not actually someone came in and said, you will never be loved.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Should we define wound? Because to me, it feels like it should be this giant traumatic thing, so it should be so easy to see.
Yeah, and it is a gigantic traumatic thing, but the giant traumatic thing is the interpretation of our life story. So there are some stories you go, well, that's dreadful. That life story is so horrible. Anybody would react to it the way you react to it, right? It's just not so. What happens is that we take the crux of the matter, right? I'm going to try to see if I can think of a good example. I'm just now having my first sip of coffee, so bear with me.
You're fine.
I'm not apologizing to you, Steve. I'm apologizing to the listeners. Okay. This is going to be clunky today.
They're used to the show being all over the place. It's 3 hours a day.
Why I'm so perfect for it. So we have these experiences, and we start making up stories about ourselves based on those experiences. So anything, it could be what ignites it, the spark. The first spark could be anything from mom left me in the crib too long, and I decided to try that thing where you just let people cry, which, I'm not a mother, but I have a little opinion about. But anyway, you just let people cry and cry and cry and cry. And we assume that means that nobody's listening, nobody's paying attention, I'm unloved, I'll never be enough, and things like that. Now, take a bigger example. Dad travels, right, for a living. He's making a living. He's going out to slay the beast. It's important that he do that. But our experience is, Dad's never here for me. I'm not important. I'm not a priority. So we make up what things mean based on the things that happen. And some of them are obvious and big, big, bold stories. For instance, I once had a woman whose mother left the kids, I think there were 3 of them at the time, but anyway, there were at least 2, on the side of the freeway like garbage, and went away. That's a big abandonment story.
That one's not so hard to figure out.
Not so hard to figure out. But what did she do with that? So what she did with that in this particular case is, this is where we go with it. I deserved to be abandoned. Something's wrong with me. And that's the thing about the core wound that people don't really realize. It's not just what happens, it's the language we use around that. And even if we don't say it, we believe we're the problem. We believe that our parents got divorced when we were 3 because we were too much, or however we language it to ourselves. So we make an assumption that we're the center of the universe, as we are as kids. We're the center of the universe. We are. With what, at first when we're born, we don't even know we know mom's face, right? And she puts us in the crib. And then mom turns her back to us, and mom has disappeared the minute she turns her back to us, because we don't have any dimension to our understanding. Very quickly, we start to get dimension, and we see that. But at first, it's a cartoon, basically. And so then we make these things up about what it means, about what the thing means. And then we start to reinforce our beliefs. So if we believe that we're going to be abandoned, that we deserve abandonment. So look at this woman who got put at the side of the road. You think, oh my God, she must have just been, what a this were clear that she was abandoned and her mother didn't want her, so she must not be wanted. And so what she must just go hangdogging through life. Oh my God, nobody loves me. She didn't do that. She chose another thing. She chose ignoring her history and being the bright light for everybody else in the universe, and laughing, gay, and being a person who worked every minute of every day to prove how great she was. And she came in, she was the center of the party, and just everybody loved her, and she was exhausted. Lots of trouble partnering and sticking with one person, because you can't really trust people. You don't give your love to people because they're going to leave you somewhere awful. We don't know where. They might just walk out the door, and that feels like the same thing. But we don't know that we're plugging into that core wound and the beliefs that we've created around that wound. And so one of the things that happened for her is she came in and did a workshop that I do, that's just a down and dirty 3-day workshop, and opened all of this up and looked it in the eye and cried and screamed and did a whole thing, appropriately about it. And at the end of the day, that is the toughest day for everybody in the workshop. The second day is the toughest day. And most people are like, wow, I don't want to redo that. She said, that was the best day of my life, because she'd faced this deeply buried stuff and it opened her up. Now, did she do a lot of work after that to keep working with that? I don't think she did. She's a delicious person, but if she did it somewhere else, and that would be surprising to me because we really fell in love, so to speak. It happens with me and my clients more than not. And but she had that experience of saying, oh my goodness, this is the source of all of this stuff that I've been doing and trying to outrun the pain, right? So they're big and little hurts, and they compound, right? So in this case, this woman went into action right away. That's the way some part of her was built, right? So we also have a kind of basic way we're put together, an organic way we're put together. And she became the mother of her little siblings. As a little girl, she became the mother of her little siblings. So she never mothered herself, but she mothered the siblings. And she did very well in the world. She looked great, puts herself together like nobody's business, a really pretty woman. And but that emptiness never gets filled unless we do the interior work to work with it. And then we have to take the after actions, the after. It's fine. We went in and we bombed a few things, and some of the bad people died, but now there's the cleanup. Cleanup on aisle 4, There's the cleanup. We have to go in and do the after actions, or we still will feel rough, for the rest of our days. Okay.
So most of us don't have something that blatant, or at least we don't realize we have something that blatant to look at as our core wound. So how do we investigate ourselves? How do we find our core wound? Because I would think most of us don't realize
that we're
suppressing it, that we're hiding it, that we're
just who I am. I'm a curmudgeon.
Right. I mean, so many people's it is what it is. So how do we get there?
So one of the things we start to do is to listen. First of all, the evidence is always in the reality of how we live our life. We're always telling other people who we are, and we're always telling ourselves who we are in how we live our life. So we're meant to feel deeply. We're meant to think well. We're meant to connect as human beings. There are these things that are sort of standard operating procedures as being human. And if you watch babies, you'll see what they do, and you'll have a hint as to the way it is supposed to look forever in a certain way, full of curiosity, exhilaration about it's a new day. Curiosity is really, really important. A lot of people just stop being curious. Oh, I'm bored. How can you be bored? The world is unbelievably interesting. And connection. We want connection, and we want touch. Babies are always doing that.
Sure.
We want discovery and all of these things. Okay, so first of all, look at how do you feel day to day? What's missing for you in that thing? If you make the list of what babies do, what is missing for you in that? Are you spontaneous with your feelings? Do you even know what your feelings are? Do you know what you want? Do you know how to ask for what you want? Babies do. Are you responsive to interaction? Are you curious about what's happening out? Who are you? What's that? I mean, touch that, So you start there with who you are. Okay. And so there's the evidence of who you are. Then you get to start to notice, what are the things I think as I go through the day and say inside myself, and then, of course, say out loud, that are repetitive. Oh, screw me. Ugh, what an idiot I am. I can never do anything right. It's, people can't be trusted. You have to be, I'm always feeling disappointed. Is someone letting me down again? Whatever it is, start to notice what you think and what you say. The stuff you say inside yourself is particularly interesting. We are repetitive. We're talking to ourselves all the time about what the issue is, what we think the issue is. And we'll flip it off as if we're saying a little thing. We're not saying a little thing. We're saying a big thing. So what is that big thing we say over and over again? And then once, say you have it, like, nobody ever listens to me. What's up? Mm-hmm. Then you start to do what I call connect the dots. And you go back. When's the first time, or the cluster of first times I remember saying that, or I felt that way? I felt like nobody was listening to me. I mean, I had all these brothers and sisters. There's all of this noise in the house, and nobody's listening to me. Oh, I was the final child, and nobody listened to me. I was the middle child. They're listening to the older one and the younger one. Nobody's listening to me. Mom was always running around, not listening to me. Whatever it is, and it may seem like a little thing, but you go back and you see if you can start. And if you are in the feeling that is the core of what's driving you, which is this conversation we're calling a core one. If you're in that thing that is the core of what's driving you, that would demands you to overdrink and overeat and people please and shut down and all the things that we do about our feelings, when you're in that thing, when you hit that core, you're going to have a physical response. Even if you're not usually a physical person, you're going to get a chill, or your stomach will hurt, or you'll suddenly find, why am I tearing up here? You'll have a physical response. And if you don't, you keep going. And you look back and see if I can find a story that I remember. And it's one of my humorous stories I tell people all the time. Like me, my mother didn't want a girl. She wanted a boy, really wanted a boy. I mean, she wanted a boy. Isn't that cute? Well, there's a lot of story that goes with that. And what was the impact of that on me? That wasn't the only thing. But the point is, who is the person who makes up their mind that only this will please me? Mm-hmm. And then what happens to the person who lives with the person who says only this will please me, no matter what it is? There's a lot of ways. But start with, what do you say to yourself all the time? What do you hear yourself say out loud? If you have a friend or a partner or someone who's around you, if you don't know, ask them. What do you hear me say most often about myself? You know? And you start there.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back, and then we're going to dive into me with Dr. Nikki. See what I picked up from looking inside myself. We'll chat a little bit more with Dr. Nikki when we come back here on the Q and 98 Gold. Stick around. Car trouble? Don't stress. Take it to AutoWorks in Rensselaer. From oil changes and brake repairs to engines and transmissions, the team at AutoWorks keeps you on the road safely. They're local, they're trusted, and they'll treat your car like it's their own. Don't wait for a breakdown. Schedule your service today. Call AutoWorks at 219-866-4131 or stop by their shop at 919 McKinley in Rensselaer. AutoWorks, where quality and care come standard.
Jasper County REMC is a non-for-profit electric and internet cooperative that follows 7 established cooperative principles in which they put their values into practice. One of those principles, autonomy and independence. Jasper County REMC is an autonomous, self-help organization controlled by their members. If they enter into agreements with other organizations, including governments, or raise capital from external sources, they do so on terms that ensure democratic control by their members and maintain their cooperative autonomy. For more information on Jasper County REMC, visit them online at jasperremc.com. Jasper County REMC, powering member-driven innovation.
You think Bozeman Oil is just about oil? Well, think again. For over 65 years, they've delivered gasoline, diesel, lubricants, tank setups, and more. From farms to fleets and everything in between, Bozeman Oil offers dependable delivery and honest, old-school service. Located in DeMont and proud to serve this region since 1960. Family-owned, community-focused, and always just a phone call away. Visit BozemanOil.com or call 219-345-3412 or stop by and visit on Route 10 today. Bozeman Oil, so much more than just oil.
Brad Gutwein from Gutwein Motor Company in Monon.
In a small town, it's how you treat your customer. You treat everybody the way you want to be treated. It really is that simple. We have customers that we've been doing business with for 4 generations, and that is only because they trust us, we trust them, and that's the way you've got to build your business. We got to build any business.
Gutwein Motor Company in Monon has been serving the surrounding area for over 80 years.
Cars 80 years ago were pretty simple. But one thing that hasn't changed, the customer wants to feel like they're in charge of the transaction. They know what's going on, and they are comfortable with what's happening. That, I don't think, has ever changed. We always want to be upfront with the customer, tell them exactly what's happening, exactly the process that's going to happen. One thing I would like to say to everybody that has supported us over the 80 years, thank you very much.
You'll like the way we do business at Gutwein Motor Company in Monon.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-391-5963 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-391-5963. That's 800-391-5963. What do you have to lose? Call 800-391-5963. Again, 800-391-5963.
Weather is brought to you by Jasper County REMC.
Today, 30% chance of showers throughout most of the afternoon. Cloudy skies expected as well with a high of 46. Tonight, chance of showers before midnight, then expect rain throughout the evening with a low of 45, maybe even some patchy fog thrown in. Thursday, showers, possibly a thunderstorm throughout most of the day, patchy fog before noon, and a high of 57. Thursday night, 20% chance of showers late, otherwise patchy fog, and a low of 47. Friday, expect some showers on and off throughout the day as well, but a high up to 73.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
Goodland. Classic rock lives here. 97.7 FM WLQI. The Q.
Touhyville. Now with even more Touhy.
What gets you out of bed in the morning?
An alarm clock. Keeps you going.
You guys do.
You're what keeps me going. My favorite radio personality.
Make me laugh, make me cry.
Help me through some hard times.
Come rain or shine.
Who is here?
I can hear you.
My favorite radio station.
Sounds like you need to check your meds.
Showtime.
Are things coming up for you, Steve, that you're thinking about?
Welcome back into Touhyville. Touhy with you here, hanging out, flying solo this morning. But we got a little more of me and Dr. Nikki from talking on Tuesday. We're diving into the things that we always say, things that we say about ourselves, things trying to find our core issues. So now she turns to me. We're going to dive a little bit into me here in Touhyville.
We've had a lot of conversation. We had a lot of conversation about this. So
yeah, because I keep going to my regular issues, which we've talked about before. Like last week, almost the whole show was about my idea of avoidance, of avoiding conflict and things like that. But
the avoiding conflict is a result.
It's because of right, and that I was going to say, but that's not really the wound. So I'm trying to, to go back, and I know from us talking, I know that if it's hysterical, it's historical. I don't say this lightly. I rarely get hysterical. Like I just,
No, because you shut it all down.
Have I? Or do I just because I don't think I've shut it down just because I'm easygoing. Like that's what I don't I feel like I'm just like.
But yes, I understand that, and it would not necessarily mean easygoing, but risk averse, or I won't. What did you just say? You'll avoid conflict.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is the tell, not easygoing.
Right. Okay.
So what turned you away from what you're calling conflict? Somebody else might call it active, passionate conversation.
Right, just a discussion. Right. I mean, it's not because it's not even like I'm avoiding a fight. Like we talked about last week, I just assume it's going to be a fight. I assume it's going to be.
Where did that come from? Where did that come from?
I don't know. And that's so one of my questions for you was, like your core wound being does it have to go back to your parents? Because I'm going all the way back, and I'm not seeing anything in my head right now.
Did your parents ever fight?
They didn't in front of us until we were much older.
Okay.
So it wasn't until I was an adult that I first saw them fight. I mean, an adult, 18, 19 years old. It was much later in life.
Yeah. Now, and I do hear that story that people don't see fighting, right? And did they argue?
Not in front of we didn't see it.
Were they affectionate?
Not
That's
overly.
That's a no.
Yeah, not
No,
overly.
that's
No.
a judgment about what
Yeah.
overly means.
So, well, I mean, they would hold hands. They would, I mean, they would kiss each other hello or goodbye or things like that, and they would tell each other that they loved each other, but it wasn't like, they wouldn't sit on the couch, together with, and hold hands or anything like that I would see,
Okay. So that's your version of overly, that we're sitting on a couch holding hands.
No, I'm saying they didn't like, they didn't gush over each other. Right.
You didn't go again. All those are very pejorative terms.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I would call what you're saying gushing. I would say, words of affection and complimenting.
Mm-hmm.
And you're calling it gushing. Again, that's a pejorative. So already we know that what you see, remember, children learn 3 ways, by example, by example, by example. So what you saw was, don't express what's going on. What happened if something bad happened at school? Who did you tell?
My mom.
Your mom. And what was her reaction usually?
No, I don't know. I mean, if it was something bad that I did, it was, it was usually anger. I mean, I was a terrible student as a child, as far as grades went and things like that. So I was regularly had to come to my parents with that. So so I would tell her, she would get upset, then she would tell my dad, he would get more upset.
And what were the repercussions of that for you?
Punishment, grounding, losing things, things taken away, like television, things like that. Yeah.
Normal things.
Can't go to a party, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. But so somewhere along the way, you very seriously taught. Well, okay. So you got reprimanded quite a bit for being a bad student. Is that what I'm hearing?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. And when you got reprimanded, how did you feel?
Like I disappointed them. Like I never cared about the grades myself. I cared about them for them.
Okay. So do you hear the beginning of your people pleaser growing?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Okay. So how can you be a people pleaser? How can you make people, not disappoint people? It's important to you not to disappoint people. This is an ongoing theme for you, right? Mm-hmm. You don't want to disappoint. Well, if you tell them that you're upset about something or irritated about something, or they didn't do something well enough, they're going to be disappointed. You decided, right? Mm-hmm. So you'll go to a lot of lengths not to disappoint them. Okay. So again, just to make this point here, that what happened in childhood doesn't have to be so egregious that we, then in retrospect want them arrested. It can be a calm thing, but it's still little Steve decided that the worst thing he could do was disappoint somebody.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So now you can feel that, right? You can feel that. Mm-hmm. So that's the beginning. You feel that. So then you discovered all these ways to avoid disappointing somebody, anybody, all the people, right? Mm-hmm. And in order to do that, you often had to disappoint yourself. You can't be all focused on, we think that there's other people out there. They're really not there. They're just mirrors for us. So you disappointed you had to start disappointing yourself, letting yourself down, not really, fully plunging into your dream or whatever it is you did, putting off your needs to focus on other people's needs.
Sure.
And so the disappointment piece. Now, if I were you, because we got to this little piece together, but if I were you, I would hang out in that and then make a list of all of the times you remember feeling like you were a disappointment. So it's not just disappointing others. Now you carry, let's say in this case, perhaps you carry this piece. I'm a disappointment. Every mistake I make makes me ever more of a disappointment. Why try in this way? Or maybe I'll over try in this way. Or what can I do? So what is the opposite of disappointment?
Please or make them happy?
No. Well,
No?
yes.
Okay.
But if you're not a disappointment, what are you?
I don't know. I mean, I'm making someone happy. I mean, if I'm not disappointing them, I'm making them happy.
Well, what about for yourself? If you're not disappointing
If I'm not
yourself,
disappointed in myself, I'm happy with myself. I'm proud of
you're
myself.
happy with yourself. Yeah. How often are you happy with yourself?
Oh God, rarely. Yeah.
Exactly. So you live in that self-disappointment, and that's the piece.
Sure.
For you.
Sure. Yeah.
So what did you do? You went and became a comedian. So I'll make everybody laugh. How many comedians? Well, you've met a lot of comedians. Have you met a lot of joyful comedians? I mean,
No, that's why I always thought I was weird, because I feel like I'm happy.
Uh-huh.
It's
well,
but it does make sense, because I also, the times that I've been what I would consider the most successful, or done better things or greater things in my career, have been when I've been on my own, because I'm not worried about anybody else.
Right.
So it makes sense.
Right.
Like,
Right.
it's like Cheryl and I talk about, we wish we never got divorced, but had we have never gotten divorced, I would have never bought the radio stations. I would have never dove into the work to know every aspect of it, to know what it's like to be a business. And I probably wouldn't have just made that unilateral decision to just go for it.
Right.
If I had this family dynamic, if I was worried about other people and how it might affect them, I was only worried about myself. So I was willing to dive in and take that risk.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. And then you come back together, and then how is it different for you? Do you then go back to being the person who's more concerned about pleasing her or all the listeners or whatever it is? I mean, you want to be able to do that, but what do you do? How do you undermine your own well-being in the midst of that focus, right? So if we're focused, if we're completely self-centered, that ain't good, right? And if we're completely other-centered, that ain't good. Like everything, we want to find a balance. And balance is not stasis. I used to think this was balance.
Right.
You can't do that. Balance is more like a seesaw, right? We're staying afloat, but sometimes the left is down and sometimes the right is down. And so we go, this is finding balance. I don't know that you have balance, Steve. So, but that would be, I mean, I'm, not living your life. But inside of you, when you go to feeling again like a disappointment, which is not unusual for you, I think that's something to carry. So that would be, so very quickly now and that has nothing to do with knowing you, because this was as if I'd never met you before.
Yeah.
That piece, then, if it were my story, I would go and I would write about every, big and small disappointment I could possibly think of, that or way I thought I disappointed others, way I thought I disappointed myself along the line, and just see what are the ways I've been perpetuating this idea. What if every time I thought, oh, damn, there it is again, I said to myself, hold your horses, baby.
Right.
What is great about me? I am tenacious. I am doing what I've always intended to do. I've got this story now I get to tell about, how we're divorced and now we're back together, and we're working on our love affair, or whatever you want to call it. And I've got this radio station, and I want it to be bigger, and I'm better and more, and I'm trying to figure out how to do that, and that's a lot of grit, and it's a lot of hard work. I'm a hard worker, and for a boy who couldn't get a good grade, I've done pretty good, you know. Or however you would do that,
Whatever
where
I
you're
work through it, yeah.
celebrating yourself, fighting the old story. I had this odd thing happen yesterday. It was such a small thing, you know. I really like myself and I love myself. And believe me, I say that with no arrogance. I say it with relief because I spent 90% of my life believing that, well, first of all, I have to do everything myself. And second of all, you know, I'm problematic. I mean, clearly I'm too much for too many. And so they are eventually going to throw me to the curb, which I, of course, didn't get close enough to have that happen. Although it has happened many times. Usually, you know, I cut people off before they. Okay, never mind. That's all changed. But yesterday, or no, I think it was the day before. Where are we? Tuesday? Okay, Sunday. Tom, my honey, the love of my life, and I were down in Orange County where we go to see the new baby, 7 months old. He's sitting up, looking around at the world. It's extraordinary. I mean, it's extraordinary to watch developmental process, which I had not done before. Okay. So we go down and I've got this, you know, big thing, this TEDx thing I'm preparing for. It's next week.
Oh,
right?
Wow.
Yeah. And so I'm all in a flurry and of course, what am I wearing? What am I wearing? And I've got something, but is that really the thing? And I should think, and I found this jacket. I said, oh, you know, I should I'll be settled in myself. I just want to see what this looks like in person. It may be disgusting in person. We don't know. We're not sure. It's a little odd. So, because I'm a little odd. So I said, well, why don't you drop me in this big mall that they have down there that's very fancy. And I'll just run into this store and see if they have it because it says they have it there. It's a big mall. Now, I have no sense of direction. No, I mean no sense of direction.
Okay.
I mean, to me, north was always in front of me. South was always behind me. Like no matter where I was and where I was looking, somehow north and south followed me. Right. Talking about center of the universe. Anyway, so I have no sense of direction. So I'm in this big mall and Tom says, okay, I'm going to wait in the lot. I'll write right here. Be sure you come out the south entrance. Right. So I'm go into this thing and now I'm sort of wandering around and whatever it is. And now I'm lost and I cannot find my way. And I'm calling him every 2 minutes and he's trying to direct me, but he doesn't know where I am. And I'm asking all the security guards in this big mall and the people, and nobody knows where south is. Nobody knows. And I'm getting more and more agitated.
Sure.
And I know on the other end, I'm holding up the family, but they're waiting for us. They don't care when we get there because we go every Sunday. And I'm upset and I'm really getting upset. And I'm starting to get mean to myself about the fact that I'm not doing this. And now I'm crying. I'm crying about the fact that I can't find this exit. And the whole world is collapsing. Look at all these ramifications. My, you know, poor Tom, I know he has to be upset by now. He's very patient. He's got on his lawyer voice. He's very, and when I call him for the 5th time, he's very, I don't know where I am, but I'm not, but I've got this voice on. Yes. So listen, I'm going to give it one more effort to find you. And then here's what I want you to do. Go with the kids. Just leave me here. We'll figure it out in a few hours. You just go. This is my solution.
That's the answer. I'm just living in this mall now. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry, Tom. It was a nice life we had. I'm just there's a food court. I'll be fine. I'm just gonna live
I'm
here.
100% serious. I'm committed to the experience.
Sure.
In a few hours, within hours, when I'm not under the pressure to find the friggin' exit,
Sure.
I'll find it, and then I'll be there, and then you can come back and get me.
Yeah.
So, and I'm so upset. I'm being so mean to myself. And I know if it's hysterical, it's hysterical.
Right.
And I'm telling you, I have so many tools. I have toolboxes everywhere you look.
Well, sure.
And I know that this is cray, right? But I am feeling the feels. Okay. So he comes into this. He's by the escalator. He's talking to me in his calmest voice. I finally find he's standing by the south exit, by the way, the entrance where I was trying to find. Ask the security guard at that entrance. This is south, right? He says, I don't know.
Which is stunning. Like, you work here. Like, yeah.
You should really know. And okay, so I finally get to him and all that, and I'm going, oh, I'm so sorry. That was just, so crazy. I'm just terrible at this, navigating and things. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so it's fine. We get quickly through it, which would have been a little self-hate fest for days when I was, 30 years ago or whatever.
Sure.
So, okay. So now I'm telling this story to a bereft client yesterday, not quite at this length. And I said, what I figured out subsequently was one of the ways I got convinced as a child that I wasn't important and that there was no reason, I was irredeemable and unlovable and all the things. And it was a small thing on top of all the other things that were happening. I would fly. My mother was a traveling salesperson. I lived in boarding schools, and I would fly to these different cities when I would have a holiday or whatever it was. And or it was a summer thing. And I would fly to wherever my mother was working. And my mother was perpetually late to everything. So I would come into these big airports or little airports, usually big airports. And I would be waiting, to my child self. I mean, this is at 8, 9, 10. I would be in these completely foreign airports to me. And I would be waiting for my mother to show up. And I had no idea what would happen if she didn't. I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't find my way to home because there was no home to find my way to. And I would be really, discombobulated. And she could be an hour late to pick me up. She could be longer. She was never on time. And it was scary for me as a child, and very upsetting. And so I will get in these situations, and it then would instantly plug me back into I'm helpless, hopeless, and unremembered. I had no expectation that was still going on in the way it clearly is. Even as I talk about it, I could cry again. Yeah.
Well, and we've talked over the years enough for me to know that it's also put in you the idea that you hate, and it's more than a pet peeve when people are late. And so now add into the anxiety, you're the one that's going to be late for the family, even though it's just a hang. There's not a punch card. Not, if you're not there at 3, we lose the reservation, but it's in you to know you're going to be late. You're going to make Tom late. It's going to be late, all because you couldn't find your way. And it's again, you go back to it's the dumb me. I should have been able to find my way, and we all do that,
We all do that. Yeah. So you're still doing that with disappointment to some degree. And, and it didn't have to be a bomb went off in your house,
Sure.
It was this thing of repetitive disappointing your parents for just not being smart enough.
Yeah. Well, we learn a little bit more about ourselves each and every week with Dr. Nikki. Hope you guys gain a little bit from it as well. Maybe some insight into things that you're struggling with. So we'll take a quick break. We'll come back and end on a high note. A little different than Cheryl's normal high notes, but I got a fun one nonetheless. So don't go anywhere. Tax season doesn't have to be stressful. At Krause & Company, they make tax returns simple, accurate, and worry-free. Whether you're an individual, a small business owner, or self-employed, their experienced tax professionals find every deduction you deserve while keeping you compliant. Skip the guesswork and the late-night stress. Let Krause & Company handle the numbers so you can focus on what matters most. Call 219-866-8214. That's 219-866-8214 today. Follow them on Facebook. Krause & Company. Trusted tax preparation done right.
Jasper County REMC is a not-for-profit electric and internet cooperative that follows 7 established cooperative principles in which they put their values into practice. One of those principles is concern for community. While focusing on member needs, cooperatives work for the sustainable development of their communities through policies accepted by their members. For more information on Jasper County REMC, visit them online at jasperremc.com. Jasper County REMC, powering member-driven innovation.
Tired of muddy paws, smelly fur, and a bathroom that looks like a dog wash explosion? Bring your best friend to Baz's 5-Star Pet Wash in Rensselaer. It's self-service, open 24/7, and made to fit your schedule. No appointments needed. For $8, you get 12 minutes with shampoo and a pet blow dryer. And if your pup needs a little extra time, just add more, just like a car wash. Plenty of parking, no mess at home, and a clean, happy pet every time. Located right next to Baz's Roller Rink on 231 in Rensselaer. Don't forget, they have open skate on Friday and Saturday nights. Be sure to check Baz's Roller Rink Facebook to find out more. Baz's 5-Star Pet Wash, because every pet deserves the 5-star treatment.
Life is about connecting. Music, email, movies, shopping, social media, gaming, and streaming. Nitco is here to help you with all that technology has to offer. Nitco offers high-speed internet for your home or business. Nitco has an incredible lineup of TV channels for all your viewing needs with television the way you want it. Nitco also is your home for telephone service. Need all 3? Nitco has great savings when you bundle. Visit nitco.com today or call 1-800-621-2344 because life is about connecting with Nitco.
When life takes you places and you can't get to the store, shop online with the new Strachan Van Til to Go. It's easy to use. Register using your rewards account login and password. Fill your virtual shopping cart. Choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save money with your online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple. Food made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
The extra step. They say that makes all the difference. The extra step. It's the difference between wanting and having. You want a Harley-Davidson motorcycle. Kirstings wants you to have a Harley-Davidson motorcycle. All you have to do is take the next step and walk through their front door. Get ready for the spring riding season because Kirstings Harley-Davidson has just the bike you've been looking for. They're stocked with every type of Harley-Davidson motorcycle you've ever dreamed of riding, and now is your chance to put them to the test. This is the time of year that puts an extra spring in everyone's step. So what are you waiting for? Take your extra step and get on a Harley-Davidson motorcycle today. Kirstings Harley-Davidson Cycle Center, 4 miles south of North Judson on Highway 39. Call 574-896-2974. Visit Kirstings online at Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and KirstingCycle.com.
SP19 American Kitchen at Sandy Pines Golf Course in DeMont specializes in American comfort food. Looking to get your day off to a great start? Then look no further than SP19's breakfast menu, packed with mouth-watering omelets, breakfast sandwiches, along with all-American classics like steak and eggs, biscuits and gravy, fluffy pancakes, and waffles just waiting for you and your appetite. SP19 American Kitchen at Sandy Pines Golf Course, 231 DeMont.
Morocco Classic Rock lives here. 97.7 FM WLQI. The Q.
All righty, it is time for us to wrap things up for another fun time day. But before we do, we end on a high note. All right, today's high note's a little different. I know usually Cheryl has some kind of uplifting thing or a prayer or something that, touches you in some way or some kind of emotional thing. For me today, it's a funny thing. Last week we saw a story that said now they are offering the Impossible Burger at Burger King with bacon. It's a plant-based burger with bacon, real bacon. So here are some things a little more ridiculous than a plant-based burger with bacon. Going to the fair and not touching any fried food. Someone in Indiana saying, you know what? I really wish we had Illinois taxes. Someone ordering a breaded pork tenderloin sandwich and saying, hold the pork. Joining a vegetarian club and then bringing a rack of ribs to their potluck dinner. Buying a self-help book all about stopping buying self-help books. And ordering a salad, covering it with bacon, chicken, cheese, ranch, and crouton. Wait a minute. That's what I do. Wait. All right. Thank you guys so much for listening. Hope you enjoyed listening to the show today as much as I enjoyed doing it. Have yourself just a phenomenal Wednesday. We're going to do it all again tomorrow right here in Touhyville. Take care.
This is the Q. 97.7 FM WLQI Rensselaer. Start your day in Touhyville and stick around.